Oh man, we're finally live. Hello everyone, and welcome to the late night Pokemon card stream. Tonight we're starting especially late. I am live. And there was Mike's eye. He was ready to throw that thumbnail up. I get so many emails. I just got myself answering emails. Alright, let's set this up. Hey, it's Darren. Wow, Darren. We've been starting pretty late lately. We've been starting around 12 a.m., 1 a.m. Here we are. Why haven't it 11:30 a.m. streams? Those are gone. So let's call this, let's see. Palworld effortlessly defeats Pokemon. Pokemon going out of business. I'm going to hit save. Kind of a clickbait title tonight. Alright. We're going live. Sunday night. Okay. Very good. And then let's jump back to Mike's side real fast. Mike's side shared a video with me. Let's pause this. So who is this? Video Game Donkey? Let's see.
There's a risk. Nintendo is shutting down the fun again.
Oh no.
I know what I'm talking about somehow. That's like saying, you're trying to say has 50 of my videos.
Okay, it's just a funny, isn't it? Oh my god. Let me go ahead and close this. Very good. Okay, we'll mark this unread. And let's jump over here and hit play. Alright, we'll change this. Still just reading messages. Why do I get so many messages, man? I get a lot of messages. Alright, we're closing all that out. Very nice. Woo! It's Sunday night. Oh, man. The Karis was having me teach her how to stream today. We did everything but go live. She said when I'm sleeping on a Saturday or a Sunday, you know, because I kind of sleep in the daytime, she wants to be able to run the live stream because she's bored. She got nothing to do. There we are. Oops. So you guys might get a Karis stream eventually. There we go. Put this down here. There we go. So I don't know how busy we're going to be. It was a pretty crazy night yesterday night. All right. Very nice. Go ahead and zoom in. Okay. Ooh. Let's see what you guys are saying. It's Darren, Buck, Lamonge, Ever, Packology, Joseph Albrecht, Joey Albrecht, Christopher, Hermes. Finished giveaway last night? No. Where is it? Here it is. Haha. Let me go set it up. I'm here for the TheCardconomist candy bars. Nah, I don't know if I can do that. There we go. I'm happy selling other things like slab protectors. I feel good about that. So Quip going to be streaming before Alexis does. You never know. Happy Sundays. The Moltres still available. The Moltres? What Moltres? You mean the fossil Moltres? All right. The Moltres. Which Moltres? Let's go ahead and rotate these. Team Rocket. Rocket Ball from the Rocket Returns collection. Growlithe 10. Polytoad. People keep commenting on how cool he is. There's Magikarp. And here's Tapu Bulu. All right. I don't want to miss anything. So I think the first thing I need to do, I need to print a label for Jose Dominguez. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and print that label now. Was it not Moltres, the 480-ish one? I don't know. Which Moltres? What print? 480-ish Moltres. Oh, Cardos? I think there's a Cardos Moltres. Hold on. Maybe it means Cardos. Ta-da! 400. This is Mario Kart music tonight, by the way. You might hear a wide variety of Mario Kart music. Where's my pen? That's going to say missing slabs. All right. How did the new girl work out? She still shows up every week. She does the shipping. She does. She's just learned how to make bulk boxes, so I might not have to do my own bulk boxes anymore. I don't know how it kind of worked out this way, but she doesn't do the stream as much. I think it's because it's just the timing. She kind of shows up later in the day, and then, Karis and I have kind of a cutoff time period to do the stream, and so I guess our schedules are kind of mismatched. Love the game music. All right. But yeah, you guys might get Karis, you might get Quip on the weekend. She might come in and stream because she says she's so bored on the weekend. Here we are. Closing out that. And we're jumping over here. We're closing out this. Ta-da. Hitting refresh. We went to our other property today to basically see what's wrong with it. Looks like our lift broke. Our boat lift. Our boat's in the water. Somebody tied the boat up real well, but the boat shouldn't be in the water. So I tried to get the boat lift to work, and it wouldn't actually go up. So we're pretty confident the boat lift is broken. That means our Tri-Tune's just floating in the water, but it's tied up real well. I don't even know who did that, who tied it up for us. So maybe somebody renting tied it up for us, I'm not sure. But that boat's got to go. We got to sell that boat. And then the lift, I don't know if we repair it or not, but yeah, we could repair it, I suppose. But yeah, so we were at the other property and just looking it over. It has a problem where the water comes down the hill, and it's creating this pathway through our rocks. We have a hill with rocks on it. It's creating this bad pathway. It's cutting into the dirt, and it's created a big mess. So all that's got to be cleaned up. Send Pokemon to Asheville, Tennessee. They need help. All right. Hathim says, pre-stream order 2 packs of the Japanese PRB1. Okay, you got it, Mr. Hathim. No problem. There are 2 of these. What up, Mr. Saka Las Chichis? Very classy, very demure. I don't show my chichis, and only a little bit of my chochos. Put this over here. Oh, no, it goes, I don't show my chichis, only a little bit, and no chocho. Oh, that was a good round for you there. Look at that. Wow, that was some luck, man. Beautiful. Golden Dawn card gets pulled. Then over here, that's Holos. And over here, we've got Holos. Windstream. Yes, we're starting very late at night indeed. It is Sunday. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. But the weekend's over. It's Monday now. Monday. Oh, no. Back to work. Back to work for me. I got some new shirts. I'm wearing one of them. It looks very nice. Very demure. I saw Mr. Chi-Chi's when we were out on the lake. Do you have Chi-Chi's on your phone? Long weekend in Canada. What happened in Canada? Here's Sack Patch finishing my slab away for the beautiful cast form. Okay. Let's see. We'll jump down here to slab away. Here it is. All the way back from April. Wow. And then let's go grab that cast form. Might be in here. I doubt it's in here. It's from April. I'm going to go stand up and check the Z-Box. National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, Monday, September 30th. What's that mean? Truth and Reconciliation? All right, here we are. Mr. Zach. It's a new holiday to respect indigenous people. Oh, it's a resent holiday. Did you get a whip and whip yourself like self-flagellation? Bad me, bad. There you are. All right. Did you take money out of your wallet and put it into their wallet as a sign of reparations? There you go. Yeah, that's going to make society feel real good over time, having a holiday where you're angry. There we go. I love being whipped. Imagine if we all started doing that. Like the British had like a holiday for when the French defeated them, and the French had a holiday for when the British defeated them. And it was just like a day where the British people need to be sorry. You better be sorry. You know, or like something in Europe, I don't know. Something in just pick any country where one group did something bad to another group. They created a whole holiday where you need to feel bad that you won. You know what I mean? It could just be a wonderful, beautiful society if everyone would just whip themselves. Are you sorry now? I wasn't even there. It was like 200 years ago. I had nothing to do with it. Yeah, well, someone who looked your same skin color had something to do with it, so you better feel guilty. Joey Maycumber, $86 to the Cloud Slab away. You got it. I wasn't there. It wasn't my decision. All right, Joey, you're guilty. Let's see. 108. 108 remains on your slab away. Joey Maycumber. Ooh, okay, so we're going to remove this late thing. Oops. There we go. It will never pass unwokies. Not the cap. Or not cap. Dave the Dead, I'm the sorriest. It will never pass unwokies. You were there, mister. You were the twinkle in the eye at the time. Yeah, the twinkle in the eye. Seriously, like, you know, we have the same problem in America. We have the issue of reparations. My ancestors immigrated to America, I'm pretty sure, after the whole slavery thing happened. I'm pretty sure that's accurate. I know my grandma for sure. My grandma's Filipino. Does she owe reparations? Should she pull money out of her wallet to pay for something she had nothing to do with? My family, I know this for certain. No one in my ancestral tree ever benefited or owned slaves. Never. Never happened. And so, you know, my whole family tree has been poor the whole time. So am I obligated to pay for this thing that somebody else's family did because my skin color is roughly the same color as theirs? That is racism. I'm not guilty for their crime. That's racism. Just for having the same skin color? That's exactly what racism is, right? Stereotyping. Hey, your skin color is roughly their skin color. You're guilty for it. That is racism. That's the definition of it. So it's an absolutely nutty idea. But, you know, if you could trace the families that did benefit from slave owning, and you could find out if they still had wealth, then yeah, maybe they should pay reparations if you want to do that. But it's not my family, so why am I in trouble? All right, Joey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, if somebody else has ill-begotten gains, fine, you can go after them if you can trace their family tree and all that. And then you need to find out who the victims were too, by the way. So it's like, should let's say all black people receive reparations? Well, they weren't all victims. Some of them came later. So, you know, the people who really deserve the help, they should get the help. But you got these other people competing for the, you know, the resources they were never victims. They just came later. They came from a different country. Maybe they came, you know, like 100 years later. But should they all receive money because they have the right skin color? I mean, so who's paying for it and who's receiving the benefit is a really big question. But that's reparations in the United States. It's an absolutely silly tough subject because nobody has a mature response on how it should be treated. What they run it to be is basically just a handout. And you smell blood in the water and you go, yeah. Actually, yeah, I support that. And then you have very guilty white people who are like, oh my God, we did this. Oh my God, we did this. No, you didn't. You weren't there. You weren't there. You never owned a slave. Your ancestors probably didn't own a slave, did they? If they did, then go ahead and feel sorry for what your ancestors did. But you didn't even do it personally. But if your ancestors did it, you can feel sad about it. But mine immigrated much later. And so they weren't part of it at all. And there's a lot of people who have the same feelings about that. It's true for them, too. It's only a small group in America who have any relation to what happened in the past. But also, what about the families that fought to end the slavery in America? Do they get reparations, too? They lost family members fighting to end it. So do they get some kind of reparations? Does the government have a holiday for people who fought to end it? There's no holiday for that. We don't celebrate those people. Hey, look at these white guys over here who fought to end it. We don't celebrate that at all because they're white. You're just guilty for being white. You're never a hero for being white. But that's the same thing you guys are probably doing in Canada because you guys are white too. I think white people suffer from easy guilt. I don't know what it is. Here's Grand Tree. It's absolute nonsense, by the way, though. And you're so well conditioned to be guilty that it gets you. Snipe Mister's Heart. Karis stopped cooking again. Didn't Mister make fun of Karis's fried chicken attempt? A little bit. You could really argue that the Great Society programs are effectively reparations. Yeah, I mean, there have been some welfare programs that you cannot benefit from unless you were someone of a minority. So, that's been going on in America for a long time now. And it's never enough. I suppose it's never enough. But I think it's unfair a little bit. My family, again, I came from a very poor family. And I suppose we wouldn't be eligible for those benefits because our skin color matches the same color of people in the past who did something wrong. But it's like, again, my family didn't do it. My family didn't own slaves. We didn't benefit it. There's no generational wealth in my family. How about yours? So where's our help too? Why don't we get a cut of the pie? We pay taxes the same way everyone else does. Am I not human enough? Am I not worthy enough as a human to receive the help from the government that they receive? And so, there's a point where it gets really frustrating. And it doesn't actually cause a repair and healing in the society. What it really causes is division and fighting over resources and hatred and resentment that is stirred all the way later in 2024, all these years later, new generation of humans, and we still got to fight over something that our ancestors did. And there's got to be a point where it's like, it kind of cools down a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, all right, that was their thing. Let's just be cool with each other, But we don't do that, and probably because there's a lot of money involved, we don't do that. So people go, wait a second, fighting over this thing is worth a lot of money. Like the reparations idea is like, yo, you're telling me I could just get free money? It's like, yeah, man, I'm in. Wow, I didn't realize these guys were so bad to me. But they definitely were, and you definitely need to cut me a giant reparations check. Here's Dashbund, Briar, and Grand Tree. But some families really were directly affected by it, and maybe they should receive a reparations check. But here are my thoughts. It should be paid out by the troublemakers. So the troublemaking family should pay it out primarily. What if your family's from India? What if you're from Mexico? What if you're from Russia? What if you're from, any of these other countries that had nothing to do with the slavery? The slavery was really a long time ago, and it was by the settlers at that time period. So what if you weren't part of it? Why should you be punished? And can anyone give a really good answer to that? Nobody really ever does. There is no answer to it. It's really quite simple. It's take money from other people because you have found a guilt trap. You found a good guilt trap, very powerful guilt trap. And you go, okay, now everyone needs to pay into this. Even though you're not one of the criminals, you're guilty for the same crime. It's like, yo, bro, that's awful. Hello, everyone. Says PDX. Didn't Mr. make fun of Karis? Yeah, it happens. White women make up for it, though. No wonder she no light cook. I am brown, and I wish I was white. It's because my favorite color is white. What are you talking about? If you're non-Anglo white and came to USA before 1900, you faced prosecution and systemic poverty over... Oh, Anglo. Yeah, okay, you're talking about like the Irish or something like that. You can't compare what happened to the Irish to what happened to... the blacks that came over to America. Obviously, there's a bit of a difference. But, there were other grievances. We beat up on the Chinese. We beat up on the Japanese and the early American history. And, yeah, the Irish were beat up a little bit. But what if we could, nitpick every single problem that went wrong, and then we just owed people a bunch of money because it went, like this weird, giant, systemic thing that happened 200 years ago, 150 years ago, or 100 years ago. All the people alive today, the kids today, had nothing to do with that. Why punish them for it? Why make them feel like, hey, that was your decision, you did that, you owe us all this stuff? And really, it's just about money. It is about money. if there's an opportunity to give free money, people will suddenly be on the side of whatever that is, right? And because that's how it is. The world, everybody is very greedy. Everyone wants money. Everyone needs money. So it's a need. It's a survival need, not just greed. So it's both greed and survival. And so it's like, yeah, you telling me I need free money? I think you're right. I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's about money in the end. But yeah, I don't know what it is. You got countries like Canada, and they just want to self-flagellate. They get out the whips. You say, shame. And you start whipping yourself. Shame. It's a horrible holiday. I don't think it's a good holiday at all. I don't know why they do stuff like that. It will definitely lead to the downfall of the country. It's like if you created a special club called a country, and everyone's in it and they like it, and then 100 or 200 years later, everyone thinks the club is shit, and they're whipping themselves over what the club did in the past 200 years ago. You've got a club that's about to disintegrate. That's what that is. So enough self-hate, and the country will disintegrate, because you don't want to abide by the symbols. You don't want to abide by the founding ideas. You don't want to respect the founders or to respect the leaders. So it's like a club that you want to see fail. And it's a sign of success, really. I mean, you have this sort of ultra luxury of living in a first world successful country, and you're taking it all for granted. Haven't you ever heard of people taking their family's wealth and squandering it? So that's what it truly is. In America and Canada, it's a special kind of squandering that only first world countries can afford. You're squandering your country's national value with your negativity and with your resent-based holidays and the self-flagellation and the reparations. You hate yourself so much. And there are people inside of your country who would really like to see the country downfall anyways. They definitely don't like the country. If they could burn the whole country down and rewrite it, they would, because they don't identify with your group. So you've got that, but then you've also got the self-hating Canadians. And if you let them win in no time at all, what made your country special will be gone. Because they can't. The reason they come to Canada is because they cannot replicate it. The people living in Canada today who hate Canada, who aren't originally from Canada, they cannot create Canada. Only the Canadians can make Canada. That's why your country is so good. It's why so many people want to move there. And it's the same for America. It's the same for UK. It's the same for France. It's the same for Germany. Everybody wants in because the people who lived there before made a country that no one else could make because it's so nice to live there. But then they get there and they're very angry and upset. There's division. And you guys are finding ways to beat yourself up over the past. You had nothing to do with the past. It was 200 years ago. So just, step away from all that negativity. Demand that the government, create positive holidays for your national symbols and national ideas and your flags. Demand that. Vote for the politicians that support that. Because if you don't, you will be like communist China, where you destroy the past and all that, right? Because that's what you have to do when you want to recreate the political system. You have to burn down all of the national symbols, all of the founding. Everything has to be considered poisoned and evil and terrible. So you have to tear down all your founding ideas so you can replace it with new, worldwide beautiful ideas, right? Like, I believe in globalism. Globalism's the solution. What's mine is everyone else's. Blood and Treasure. Hi, Zach. Why stir all this fur in the chat? It's like taking dietary advice from Lizzo. A holiday for the yuppies. Mr. Astroboy. I'm going to put on my undershirt. I'm too hot in this shirt. This shirt's too warm. Hold on. I'll put my undershirt on. Canada, France, Germany, UK, America all have the same problem, and that is these are really awesome places to live, and people would like to live here, and there's not enough room for everyone to just suddenly come over like in a year. And your country is going through some major changes about how your country is viewed. So there is a group in your country that wants to consider you and your past evil and the problem, but conveniently, they want all that you have. They want your country. They want to buy a home there. They want the social benefits of your country. And if you say no to that, you're part of the problem. You're a colonizer. You're a thief. It's like, bro, that was all like a long time ago. Here we go. Arbok. All right. So there's a lot of that going on. And maybe the biggest problem is your own people. Half of your own people, especially, and I hate to say it, but especially white women, are just so easy to guilt trip. So easy to guilt trip. All right, very good. Mr. Adams done. Patrick Mallard. 3 Paldean Fates. You got it, man. So easy to trip women with guilt about their own race. I don't know what that is. It's not as easy for the guys. The guys don't give into it as easily, but the girls give into it. They fold instantly. No. We're sorry. Oh my God, we need reparations now, guys. The girls fold. And I think a lot of that just comes down to the fact that the girls never had to pick up a gun with a big knife on the end of it and ram it into someone else's stomach in order to establish the country. And they still don't. They don't fight on the front lines of Ukraine mostly. It's the men. They don't fight on the front lines of Russia. They're pushing their border around right now. So the girls never have to do this. They don't understand being nice is a losing position in the world. It's how you lose. You have to be mean. And if somebody can guilt you over, well, you're not nice enough, they'll take everything you have if they could just do that. Because it's like every zombie movie. It's like every movie about, resources. It's a kind of dog-eat-dog world out there. And the trick is not to be nice. The trick is to say, this is mine. Get out. And if you don't do that, you'll lose everything. Slowly, but you'll lose it. So, but the girls, they don't fight. So they're going to go in and they're going to vote for the resentment holidays. They're going to go in, they're going to vote for the reparations. They're going to go in and they're going to vote for the socialism, which is the real problem is the socialism. You can't afford it. You can't feed the whole world. So, which is what socialism in Europe and Canada and all these other places really are today. Australia. Yeah, a lot of people come in. You give them free education, free healthcare, free homes, free food, and then they still hate you. They hate you anyways. And what that is envy. They go, how did you get so rich anyways? It's a sort of rich versus the poor moment where they go, well, we resent that you guys are living so good here in Australia and you're not letting us stay. So you guys are evil to not let us stay and continue doing this for us. So, it's if you've ever given money to a homeless person, it's where they get the money and they go, well, do you got any more? No. All right. And then they go to the next person or they just look angry. So, you think that you're being nice and loving and oh man, I'm just going to help people. And then they hate you for it. They actually hate the help. Well, they want it, but they turn around and they just feel resent for you. They don't feel love for you. They go, why do you even have all this money? You shouldn't have all this money. So these resentment holidays, which we have one in the United States, a new one here in the United States as well. The resentment holidays are like this fixation on the past to make sure everyone knows I'm a victim, you guys hurt me, and you might owe me reparations. So it's all going in that direction. Being a victim is power these days. If you can claim to be a victim, it's power. But when you put it under a magnifying glass and say, who exactly is a victim? Which family are you from? Which family victimized you? It falls apart instantly. It's like, well, I don't know. This holiday benefits me. That's all I know. Because I'm on the right side of the holiday, and you're on the wrong side because your skin color's wrong. All right, Patrick Mallard. Mr. Patrick. That's what those holidays are about. How about a free sneap? I stopped giving money to the homeless when I gave one $5, but he wanted 10. He got a little aggressive, but I was in Washington, D.C. with a group of homeschoolers at the time, and I was in some kind of Union Station or something like that, some famous train station. Homeless guy came up to me, and he started telling me this bullcrap story, but I knew what it was. I knew it was a homeless guy asking for money. I said, you know what? Take some money from me. This was all the way back in the early 2000s. I was really young. I was like, here you go. And then the moment he got the money, his whole expression changed. I was like dead to him the moment he got the money. I never forgot this. It's, you can't tell these stories unless it really happened. So the moment I gave him the money, he walks away and he just runs off to the next group. He didn't have a single further word with me. He knows I'm going to be gone. And I was just a game he was playing, a begging game. So he was coming up to me to talk to me about, oh, hey, maybe you could spare $1. I need a little bit of change because, I lost my wallet. He had some bullcrap made-up story about how he didn't have his money on him at the moment. And then the moment I gave him money, his whole expression dies. He's no longer interested in connecting with me. He doesn't care about me as a human. And then he just runs off to the next student, the next kid. He runs off to them. And I was like, oh, giving money to the homeless doesn't do anything for them. Their heart doesn't move with compassion and love and sympathy and empathy and Wow, dude. Gratitude. Thanks so much for that. Wow, appreciate it. You're just a kid with a little bit of money, and you're helping me. That's so good. There wasn't going to be any of that. There never was going to be any of that. Because he's just playing a game, and I'm just a resource. That's all I am to him. I'm not a real human to him. He was a real human to me in that moment. But to him, I was not a real human. I was a resource. That's exactly how these other things go, like reparations. You're not a real person to these people who demand stuff like reparations. You're just a resource. And they don't give a F about you. They probably hate you. They probably think you're guilty for what happened to something in the past 200 years ago, and that's why they're poor today. It's very easy to say that than it is to get a tough job and work 60 hours a week, by the way. So you've got money and they don't got money, and you better give it to them because your ancestors, by the way, and your skin color is kind of pale, and so you better give them money, or else you're an evil, racist, terrible person. And a lot of people are catching up to these ideas. That's what's going on. In the last 5 to 10 years, people are, maybe the last 5 years, people are catching up to these ideas and going, this is bullcrap. Like, we're figuring you out. You're not a good person. You're just a person looking for resources. You're not looking for national harmony. You're not looking for love. This is, in fact, not the summer of love. It's the opposite of the summer of love. It's the summer of aggressive taking. It's the summer of guilt tripping. The summer of resentment and hate and separatism. And I'm a victim of the separatism. I've allowed my own, charitable nature to be taken advantage of in a sense. The homeless population has changed, though, from people that are down on their luck to drug abusers. Oh, yeah, it's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. They had 4 years to work on that, by the way. The previous administration, 4 years to work on that. It's just as bad as ever. Here's master-slave contract. So they could have done something about the fentanyl, but they didn't do anything, I guess. Even when they had, even before the Republicans took Congress, they didn't do anything about it, so. I feel like I'm at a Sunday sermon. All right, no more Sunday sermon. I'm stepping off of my Pokemon soapbox. Let's talk Pokemon cards, guys. Let's talk about the exciting breaks. We've got Metazoo Kickstarter has moved closer than ever to the end. Dude, it is hot in here. I think my AC's not kicking on because it's too cool outside. Here's Gengar Mega Break Sublist, 4 spots. The Jungle Sublist still at 5 spots, so none of that has changed. We have some beautiful slab breaks. Here is Charizard. Here is Rare Candy. Here is the Diglett. So we got these beautiful slab breaks. This guy's probably going to be the fastest moving one. He's got 3 people in here. He's a PSA 10 Gym Challenge Charizard. Look at that. Really gorgeous card. Most likely going to move faster than this one because this one's a 1.5. People don't understand this card. It's a no rarity Charizard, so duh. It's a beautiful card, but that one, I guess he moves slow. So Mawile, we expect Mawile to move slow because it's Mawile. So you got to want Mawile in order to jump in here. Look at that poor Mawile. Poor Mawile. Mawile, you should have been Charizard. Nobody wants you. So you can see the numbers here, 733. And then over here, we've got the Jungle Break. So the Jungle Booster Pack is the next pack break. And the pack breaks on this channel are super popular. Pack breaks move at a good speed all the time. We got 4 spots done in the Jungle Break as of yesterday. So that means there's 7 spots remaining tonight. It's a $26 break. It's really cheap, that means, because 26 is not too much. Let's see. They aren't even homeless. They're out asking for money. I did that one time and then watched the guy go over and get into a Mercedes. Mr. Bringing that Joe Rogan podcast energy. Wokeness is an illness. I feel like I'm at a Sunday sermon. Got any Pokemon waifu slabs? As America becomes less of an economic authority, their ideology also falls behind what is accepted on a global scale. Natural pushback, I guess. Do you think buying a condo to rent out in the Lake of the Ozarks is a good investment? It could be. But one thing you got to be sure of, make sure you're allowed to rent it. Because some areas are zoned for renting and some areas are zoned for no renting, which could be why it's for sale. So keep an eye out for that, okay? Well, let me turn this on. So if you're interested in that, turn that fan on. If you're interested in buying a condo for Lake of the Ozarks, what you really ought to do is sit down, call a real estate agent, maybe the person who listed it, and say, hey, so is this rentable? Am I allowed to rent this one? And they'll tell you, and they'll say, nope, can't rent this one. John Bailey for shipping. I have a bag and a Butterfree slab. Mr. John Bailey, what's up, man? All right, do I have your address, John? We'll find out in a minute because you paid. John Bailey. John Bailey's back. So Sims Pokemon's going out of business. That means highly discounted price. Sims Pokemon. There we go. All right. Mr. John. Yep, all my Pokemon cards on sale because we're going out of business. Let's see, John Bailey, I need your shipping address. John Bailey, I need your shipping address. You can send me an email with the shipping address, okay, John? I think he contacted me over here. Here it is. Oh, okay, he's contacted me over here. We're good. So, give me an email too. Is that Manga Luffy gone, Mr.? It was never actually for sale. That was Mr. LaFlame's beautiful Manga Luffy. And he didn't want to sell it. He just wanted to show it off. Yeah, it was an example of what you could potentially pull over here. We open a lot of product, and you could pull that Manga Luffy. We got plenty of this One Piece OP9 product to go through. Look at that. Tons of it. Multiple cases. There we go. All right. I think John Bailey's giving me his address as we speak. Just need another minute. Waiting for him to type it all out. Let's see. Yeah, so, you know, all these subjects are really fascinating to me. The subject of resentment is a very serious problem. Resentment will destroy your marriage, by the way. So if you have a marriage and you want that marriage to work, your wife and you cannot hold resentment against each other. You know, this sort of grudge holding. It's grudge holding is what it is. So you have to be able to let go of the grudge, let go of the resentment to have a beautiful marriage. It's the same thing for people in a society. If you want society to be beautiful... Oh. Does he know I need the address? Oh, there it goes. All right. Oh, my God. Let me go grab this. John Bailey. Oops. If you want to have a beautiful society, you have to be able to give up that resentment. You have to at one point say, look, that was 200 years ago. This is today. The system that exists says that everyone gets an equal shot. And so I got to go out there and make a life for myself. This is a land of opportunity. And I'm surrounded by people of the same skin color with great success. They own businesses. They're rock stars. They're athletes. They're politicians. They're lawyers and doctors. You know, the land of opportunity gives you this pathway to do what you want to do. But you got to get up off your booty cheeks and do it. All right. And the resentment can actually hold you back like a poison, you know. There we go. All right. Which Goddess story set do you have? I don't know. One of them. I ordered it a while ago, and it is sold very slowly. Thank you, John Bailey. Who's next? All right. So now we got an order from our friend James Wright. With my store credit, this should be $60. I would like $40 for shipping and $20 for Pokemon packs of your choice, please. $20 of Pokemon packs. Well, I mean, there's Japanese packs. I mean, I don't know. Do you want Japanese packs? So I could just go get Stellar Crown. That's the new set. You want Stellar Crown? Let me go get a box of Stellar Crown. He sent me $20. All right. I'm back. But yeah, I mean, I guess in my mind, I'm kind of predicting that this becomes a bigger and bigger problem over time for places like the UK, France, you know, Canada. As the country becomes very, very diversified, everyone will use, you know, the aspect of their race as a means to haggle for government money. So I think you'll see a lot of that over time. People will not unify. They will divide. Why do I think that? Because that's how the world already exists. That's why there's borders between India and Pakistan. That's why there's borders between North Korea and South Korea. That's why there's borders between Korea, Japan, and China. That everyone divides. They draw up borders. The nature of things. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these. Here we go. I think that's $18 worth. So let me get you 2 of these as well. This is how it's been. So, well, yeah. So people split off into two groups. Homogeneous groups is what they do. So people split off into homogeneous groups, and they draw a border. And they say, this is for our group, not for yours. We don't resource share. We're not here to pay for the whole world. This is why I think globalism is a big fail. And anyone who thinks globalism's the future basically has just been tricked into people who want to be in power to give your money away through socialism or communism or whatever your idea is. It's typically somebody who says, we don't exist for the British. We exist for the world. We're a global citizen. No, you're British. But so they get into all this kind of stuff because they think that's the future. And it's like, no, you will definitely go bankrupt. There is so many people in the world that want your money. Ooh, beautiful Gengar. There's too many people in the world that want your resources and too few resources. And your own people will one day realize that they've been had. They'll realize they've been tricked into giving away their country's jewels and treasures. And they'll say, what were we thinking? Oh my God, this is way worse for us now. All right. Ooh, beautiful. So the best countries to live in will be pressured to become globalist countries. But that pressure is not particularly because of the love for, let's say, the British. The real love is for the resources. You got jewels, you got money, you got socialism, and they want it. They say, well, you got to give it, or you're a racist. You know, there's not a lot of globalism in the Philippine Islands, for example. They don't care about it. Nobody cares about it. The whole world's not trying to move into the Philippine Islands. It's not a problem over there. So they don't worry about that kind of stuff. It's just in the countries that have lots of resources. Hey, you need to be globalist now. Hey, you got a lot of money, you need to be globalist now. Hey, how much money did you say you had again? Yeah, you need to be globalist now. So it's the same for Canada, it's the same for America, it's the same for every country. Everyone's pouring into the winning countries, which is the smartest move. I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't know what the pathway forward will look like over time. But we'll see. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Oh, yeah. Globalism has a lot of different meanings. Saying globalism is a failure is misleading. Oh, I mean, suppose taking your country that was traditionally British and turning it into just some sort of, you know, I don't know, multi-diversive racial utopia where you got 1/10 Filipino, 1/10 Honduran, 1/10 Australian native, 1/10 Han Chinese, 1/10 Mongolian, 1/10 Romanian. What, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't actually play out that way. What happens is you get warring groups and they begin to fight over resources by forming sort of like dominance groups. And those dominance groups are based off of their racial identity. So what am I saying? I'm saying, hey, your skin color is the same skin color as mine. Let's form a political group together and everyone votes within our group for our people. So that's how it actually plays out. It's not a beautiful thing. It becomes hyper racialized. So it doesn't become a melting pot. It becomes a hyper racialized battle for resources. There we go. All right. People don't lay their race aside and say, listen, I'm not French. I'm American. They go, hey, I'm French and I'm for the French. That's what they do. So that's what people actually do when they want resources. They start gathering each other up by race and then by religion as well. So religion's the other one. All right, very good, very good. Beautiful stuff. Mr. James, let's get you shipped out tonight. Okay. Ready? Clicking on this. Ask European countries is filled with that nowadays. Yeah, so there will be a lot more of it too. There'll be a lot of battle over resources. Really is just a resource battle. The sooner you see that, the sooner you realize the issue is not, you know, race-based. It's the problem that the whole world has always dealt with. There's just not enough money. There never will be. It's just not enough money for everybody. No matter how much money you make, it's not enough to feed the whole freaking world. That's why we have concepts like natural selection. Natural selection exists because some people can't take care of themselves. That's what natural selection is all about. Some people can't take care of themselves. And so the more you burden, let's say you got a successful human being and he is taking care of himself and his children, and you saddle him with taking care of the whole world, he goes bankrupt and his children can't afford to have children anymore. Have you saved the world now? Like, is that it? We've saved the world? Or have you really saddled this guy with raising everyone else's kids? They're not even his kids. They're not his genes, you know? So natural selection... Hold on, give me a minute. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. Is this right? Let's put this here. Okay, I think that's right. Making sure that your address looks okay. I'm going to send you an email with your address. Make sure you look that over, Mr. James. You're going to receive an email from Stamps. Yeah, the whole world can't always take care of itself, and Democrats are very nice people. They want to take care of everyone. But they also don't understand that it's physically not possible. Like, it's just the nature of the world. It's like they haven't accepted natural selection. They have not accepted this is the nature of it. Some people cannot take care of themselves, and what they will really do is drain all your resources. That's what they will ultimately do. Okay, let's bring down the scale. Ugh. Hard to imagine that here in the West. There's so much wealth in the West. You have to go look at a country that's really struggling and go, oh, that's possible for this to happen here too. All right, here we go. We're gonna wait. Coming in. Ooh. Okay, you're just about 1 pound here. Is filled with that nowadays. Tamping the house, mystery and bitches. Oh, whoa. I better be careful. I'm gonna hook this and pull it away. Whew. Yeah, natural selection's a thing. People forget about that. I like how the Democrats are always talking about how smart and educated they are, but they don't like to think in terms of like natural selection, like spooks them or something. They go, ooh, what's that? Oh, you know, just the basic driving force of all biology? Okay. Let's set up your customs form. We're going to call this playing cards, because that's what they are. Playing cards. And now I get to declare their value. We're just going to take a stab at the value. You got 2 open bags. Okay. All right. Ask European countries, Tampa in the house, support the stream, always looking, morning everyone. All right, we are almost done, Mr. James. We're just waiting for it to calculate the cost of this particular label. In a utopia, we can take care of everyone. We just don't live in a utopia. We live on planet Earth, you know? There you go, but maybe we'll make a paradise someday. Oh, is it saying that the cost of what is going on here? Oh, how did that happen? Hold on, there we go. I don't know how that happened. Okay, let's delete this. And then we're going to hit OK here. And then print. Like, changed the weight on me. So weird. There it is, Mr. James. And you know what? Alexis is coming in tomorrow to do the shipping. So we should see your package going out by tomorrow. Thanks so much, man. James came in yesterday, guys. And he was buying a lot of stuff. So he really supported the stream. And we got to see a lot of cool openings because of him. Thank you so much, man. Pokemon or Waifumon? I'm going to go with the Waifumon. Wishful thinking is a beautiful thing. It's a noble thing. It's just, then you have the pragmatic realism of the real world. You gotta abide by the rules to a degree. Here's Eevee from Rising Rivals. It's a reverse holo. I feel like these sleeves don't do these cards justice. Look, we get it out of the sleeve. Man, that's pretty. That's a PSA 9. And it looks like he didn't sell the first time around, huh? So maybe we get him a new price. Okay. Because it's been 2 months. And it is an Eevee, though. Let's grab this. Okay. How'd your weekend go, by the way, guys? How'd your weekend go? Did you guys have a nice weekend? Kiersey and I went for a walk, and we were looking at our other property and looking at how it could be improved and repaired. That's what we were working on. We basically just worked the whole day, in other words, because the walk is just an exercise, and working on the rental unit is work. We didn't do anything fun this weekend, to be honest. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh. I'll be looking forward to seeing them in person and looking forward to more in the future. Oh, yeah, man. I sent you a response to the email. I said, are you saying that the address needs to be adjusted? Yeah, so this Eevee here, Eevee foil, there it is. It's $99. So it's still $99 on eBay, but we're going to go with the lower price now. Definite natural selection. I think you mean to say define? Is that what you're trying to say? Are you asking about natural selection? All right, very good. Let's see. It's been a busy weekend. Been working on my furnace and AC unit. Midnight Swazo, a spot on the Jim Zard. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Jim Zard. Midnight Swazo. It's really important for people to understand concepts like natural selection. And so education is so important. There we go. Mr. Midnight. Spot on the Zard. It's Darwinism, Max. There we go. Natural selection is recently called dog food brand. How's everyone doing? So natural selection is kind of like this. Genes are kind of randomly selected to make your babies, right? So imagine you're a bug. Don't imagine you're literally a bug. Here, I'll pause this so we can explain it really well. It's such an important idea. Imagine you're like a species of beetles that live on the side of a tree, and you have 100 baby insects, and they each have a different pattern on the back of the beetle because the genes mix randomly, and some of the beetles are a nice brown color, and some of the beetles are a nice bright yellow color. Well, it turns out all the ones that got the brown color gene are able to hide in the bark, and the yellow ones are easy pickings for the birds. The birds fly in and they eat all the yellow gened beetles. So then what happens is only the brown ones survive, and they breed again, and this time only brown beetles this time. So the yellow ones are gone. That's called natural selection. Basically, it turns out some traits are better for survival than others. So in humans, a trait could be like intelligence, persistence, self-control. Maybe self-control is one. So there's these traits and qualities in humans that help you survive. They make you capable of feeding yourself, creating a home, taking care of your children. And then there's people who they don't successfully reproduce, and then they're just out of the gene pool. So whether you like it or not, natural selection continues. It really does. So natural selection is beyond our control. We can't control it. It's just this thing that continues on. Some humans pass on. Maybe you're very attractive. Everyone wants to have sex with you now. Well, you have a better chance of having babies now. Maybe you're really ugly. Nobody wants to have sex with you. You're just ugly. So you're not going to have babies, and your genes are not going to pass on. So this is what's occurring. It's called natural selection. And so over time, humans have gotten like larger genitals. They've gotten taller. And so people choose for intelligence and attraction. That's natural selection at play. You just got the trait that happened to lead toward having more children. And so one of the things that I have considered is over time, we create all these policies that sort of contribute toward maybe like an unnatural, anti-natural selection outcome. So if you can have 10 children and I have to pay for all your 10 children, well, now I'm not passing my genes on, but you're passing your genes on like crazy. But you shouldn't be able to. You shouldn't be able to afford it. You shouldn't be encouraged to do it. But you're just having tons of children. And, maybe you're like a guy who jumps between 10 different women and has a child with each one, right? That's terrible behavior. We don't want that behavior. But you're succeeding. But you shouldn't be able to afford to. What's going on? Well, the government is paying for all your children. And so all these other people in society are paying for your children through socialism. So it's very unnatural for that to occur. That would never happen in the wild. There's no socialism. There's no tax system in socialism in the wild. So humans kind of make up these policies that don't really match what's going on with, natural selection, picking good traits, good personality traits and stuff like that. We're disconnected from that now because you can be this sort of human who sort of lives on the society's money like a parasite. You just do drugs, awful. You just sort of lay around, awful. You're morbidly obese. You never do anything about it, but you receive a stipend for it. You just keep eating, awful. So somehow you're just surviving and doing well, but you're just surviving off of everyone else's productivity. And this is the benefits, the fruit of socialism. It's not necessarily a good thing. You're supposed to be pressured into losing the weight. You're supposed to be pressured into going to work. You're supposed to be pressured into giving up the drugs and becoming like a stronger, healthier human. But when a government just gives you free money, Some people are really just, it becomes a bad crutch for them. Not everybody. Some people are normal and they just need a little help. So not all charity is bad, but I'm saying some of it is bad. So, you know, we create systems like that, and it's not necessarily a healthy thing for society. All right, so 2 PokeBruhs, Midnight Sawazo, you got it. 1 and 2. The reason that was relevant to our conversation is because you got these really successful countries like Canada, really successful countries with excess money. And, you know, to the degree that they start paying for the rest of the world to have children, you have less money for yourselves to have children. So you gathered up a group of people that are clearly very productive, very capable of reproduction, very capable of raising more and more children. But instead of having children, you just get taxed. The government just taxes you a ton, so you have less money in your pocket. And the government prints money, so your spending power goes down over time. Not up, it goes down. Ariados, what do we got here? Radiance Arena, ooh. You got Varoom, Glamora, Zacian, oh. Onyx, Gyarados. All right. That was your PokeBruh. So the government taxes you and it prints money, and it spends money, you know, buying up all this stuff and makes the cost of goods rise. And they're making it harder for you to have children. A lot of people don't want to have children because they're scared of just the cost. I know when I was younger, I was scared of the cost. And you're supposed to be reproducing and passing your genetic wealth on, your genes, your family's, you know, the family jewels. You're supposed to be passing that on, but you're busy paying your government so your government can pay for other people to do that. And so I consider that to be really kind of like a traitorous move from your government. Your government's supposed to be there to serve you, not the rest of the world. But the government does that to curry favor with the rest of the world. That's what it does. So it says, hey, we'll send money to these guys. Now they'll be our allies. We'll send money to these other guys over here. Now they'll be our allies. And especially when it comes to the subject of socialism, it's especially dangerous because when a government pays you to exist, you're going to vote for that government. So it's sort of like a conflict of interest in a democracy. Who are you going to vote for? The government that does what's best for everybody? The government that does what's fair, or the government that just gives you money, Santa Claus? You're going to always vote for Santa Claus, unless you're like smart, but you're not going to be that smart if you can't take care of yourself. So people who can't take care of themselves, probably not the smartest people in society. I'm not trying to beat up on everybody, because again, people sometimes just need a hand. But they're, you know, if I had to bet, the smartest group probably is the highest earning group. But anyways, so the government just gives you money. And there's this sort of parasitic relationship where then they go, okay, well, now I'm going to vote for you because you give me money. That's not democracy. That's communism in disguise. That's what it is. It's just communism. And it's where all countries with a lot of wealth are heading. UK is already there. If you earn like $75,000 in the UK, you now owe the government like 50% taxes on any further income. It's crazy, half your income. But they do that in Germany too. I think it's worse in Germany. So you're heading toward a economy where the government takes half your income. It's really crazy to me. But then they say, well, that's because we'll make the decisions for you on all your stuff. Oh, okay, hold on. So I need to make an adjustment to James Wright's order. Ooh, I hope I can cancel the label, James. Give me a second here, James. Not everyone poor is a bum. They're trying to survive because things keep going up. I totally agree. It's not, you know, I didn't want to sound too harsh. What I was trying to do is paint sort of like a most extreme condition. But I understand life is messy, and sometimes people just need a little bit of help, and then they're fine. So I totally get that, and I don't want to paint everyone with the wide brush. So, you know, and then I have to say that I'm trying not to paint everyone with the wide brush. But I know how it is. But then there are some people that are chronically just looking for a government handout and nothing more, and they don't contribute anything. And in the end, they act, well, kind of like a parasite. And they're not even ashamed of it. If you tell them, are you ashamed? They say, no, not ashamed. You owe me more money. So they got the wrong attitude about it, too. All right, Mr. James. Here we are. So, James, I'm going to delete the address we had just created. We're going to have to make a new label for James real fast, guys. All right. All right, let's try this again, James. We'll get this right this time. Okay. All right. There we go. And let's go ahead and fill this out. Oops. Okay. Please select the country. I will. All right. Okay, very good. Now let's go ahead and do this all over again with the phone number and the email. Sorry about this, guys. We're getting this. We want to get this address just right because we don't want any mistakes going on. It's a fun conversation. We're talking about sort of like the social contract with each other. We're talking about what direction should a country go when it comes to the subject of, you know, entitlement programs, and can entitlement programs actually not just generally be strictly good, but can entitlement programs actually cause problems? And this sort of stemmed out of our conversation where nowadays countries have a lot of division, and in my opinion, what's forming in this division are separatist groups, and I call them racial dominance groups, where people form a group based on your racial identity, and they say, all right, now we need these resources. So these are all subjects that I'm very interested in. We're going to call this playing cards again. Playing cards. And in my opinion, really developed countries have young people that are easily guilt-tripped. And we're going to say this $30. They don't understand what it means to plunder their country's wealth, and they don't see it happening in front of their eyes. It's like too complicated for them to understand, or they were never taught about it. But it is happening, in my opinion. All right. The countries that will emerge victorious in the next 100 years will be the ones that figure that concept out very rapidly. And the ones that fall behind and become bad places to live will be the ones that don't understand it. They'll be plundered and there'll be nothing left of them, and then nobody will want to live there anymore. And there'll be a immigration out of the country for the first time, which they wouldn't have seen in a long time. They'll be like, wow, people are leaving now? All right. And people will cheer because the country will collapse or something like that. Alicia Brown, 2, Jungle Pack Break. Oh, yeah. There we go. Everyone needs a small $1 million hair loan from Daddy. Yeah, dude. I received a small loan of $1 million. Jump! S.O. to my baby mama, Shaniqua, Keisha, Felicia, and Mary. Here we are. Well, you know, if you're going around having 5 kids with 5 women, from nature's perspective, there's no rules in nature, right? There's no there's no social norms in nature. Nature's just win or lose. So you're the winner. You're doing it. You're having all the kids. You're passing your genes down. You're doing great, man. You are doing great. And then what's even crazier, if you can get everyone else to pay for it. All right, so I'm having kids, and now I'll just make all these other guys pay for my kids. So that's actually very good for you. But that's the problem. It creates an incentive reward system for the wrong behavior. So we've created policies that reward a behavior that takes money from other people instead of letting people keep their own money. So in other words, you know, on the subject of slavery, when you're forced to pay for a bunch of other people's families, so you have to go to work and then give your money up to all these other families, you're a slave now. It's the new slavery. And slavery never goes away. People always want someone else to go to work for them. So that's the new slavery, is to get, you know, the country to turn into sort of like a communist country where someone else just pays for your stuff. And it's a different kind of slavery. It never goes away. Every human would really love for somebody else to do their work and you not have to work for it or pay for it. Here goes, Alicia, 1 PokeBruh. Whoa, PokeBruh. That very fundamental urge to have somebody else pay for all your goods, it's just never going away. Dark Sylveon. Uh-oh, Dark Sylveon. Reshiram. Mimikyu. Ooh, wow, that's shiny. And, oh, look at that Mew. Very nice. How does the pack break work? Well, Mr. James, it costs $26 to buy in this time. It costs $26. You buy in, and you get 1 random card out of a vintage booster pack. You hope that you get the good card. Aha. You hope you get the good card. Alicia Brown. All right, Alicia. Yeah, the trick really to living in a prosperous society is to get everybody working. Everyone has to say, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to take care of my family. I'm not going to be a burden on my neighbors. I'm going to be a great provider for my children. I'm going to take care of my wife and make her feel loved and respected. And that's it for me. And so if everyone just did this simultaneously, it would be a pretty good country. And for some reason, that's really hard to pull off. Nobody wants to do it. Yeah, a lot of guys are just like, all right, well, what's the next place I can get free stuff from? What's the next thing I can plunder? Guys do not like to work. It's just a fact of life. Working sucks. They don't like to raise kids, apparently, either. You know what I mean? Guys don't like to raise kids. It's like responsibility. It's terrifying. It's boring. So, you know, getting a country full of people that are hardworking, respectful, humble, and conservative with their money, good fathers. You just get a lot of people like that together in one place. You will have a fantastic country. It'll be a great place to live. Here we are. Alicia, I think I'm starting you a new bag, right? Add to what will ship Monday, please. Oh, I don't know if I can do that, Alicia. Hold on. 10.24. I'm sorry. So when we print a label, it's that label is printed and then it's sent off into sort of like a system. And one of the things I don't like to do, so what you can do is you can add cards that night to the bag. But once the day has passed, I don't like to touch the bags anymore. How many spots left in the jungle? Where's the next hole I can put? Women love grocery shopping because it satisfies their gathering instincts. Karis doesn't like to grocery shop. Go. So that's a stereotype, I suppose. Alicia, I'm going to have your bag over here, okay? I've been raising my 5-year-old daughter since she was 10 months old. Just man up and do the job. Yeah. So there's just a lot of guys who are bad fathers. I don't know what it is. There are a lot of bad fathers out there. It's the difference between being a sophisticated, noble, angelic human versus being, a dog, being an animal, being from the jungle, being a monkey. It's like, that's the difference, is self-control, planning, management, respect, honor, all these ideas that say, look, we're going to control what's going on around us to be good. So everyone gets taken care of. There's enough resources for everyone. And I'm going to go out and be a slave for my family. Not for the whole world. Not for the government. I don't want to be a slave for the government to go pass all my money out. I don't want to be a slave for the whole world. They need food in this country. Oh, well, let's just feed them all. We can't do that. There's not enough money to do that. So, anyway, so the government gets really hung up on those subjects. They really do want to feed everybody. And because it's an expansion of their power if they can get into it. Oh, well, we're going to need all your money so we can help all these people over here. It's like, well, what about me? Midnight, Suwazo, let me get 3 tops pokies. And also, I had a spot in the Jungle Pack break in my previous order. Did I miss that? Let me double check that. I'm sorry. I might have missed that. Let me read it. All right, let me take care of that right now. I'm sorry, man. Here we go. All right. F grocery shopping, DoorDash that stuff. Yeah, we use the Walmart app, and we actually love paying people to deliver the groceries from Walmart. We love doing that. It's like it's such a good service. And that means it's a new job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. New delivery job, All right. In the future, if the man or the woman is found incompetent to take care of their children, then they will be fixed. Sneak. No. You can't have a government that does that. That would be insane. All right, let's get this Tops Pokemon. That goes too far, obviously. Okay, we got... Wait a second, that's not... Put this over here. All right, we've got Vulpix, Lickitung. Oh, you got a little Rainbow Bulbasaur. And then I'm going to give you a bonus 2 of them. How about that? You get 2 of them bonus. There you go, Midnight Suwazo. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Ugh. My mom once hit an old lady in a Walmart parking lot, put her in a nursing home. Your mom hit an old lady and she became handicapped? Damn, dude. That's like trauma right there. Mom, what have you done? Oh my gosh. That is... I'm sure it was an accident. It's just so unfortunate. What a terrible accident. There we go. We had one kid, was enough, more than enough, when she turns 13, and favorite word is shut up. Oh, yeah. Shut up, Dad! You're not going to have another? Come on, man. You got to pump out another. But yeah, I mean, passing on genes, it turns out that's the game. That's the ultimate game. Passing on genes is the game. So you got to have a family. There you go, Septile. It's one thing to be rich. It's another thing to have family. A royal family always has children, or else it's no longer a royal family. It's gone. So if you're going to be a royal family, you got to have children. There you go. Just part of it. Just part of living in the world. You were a child. But how can you want to have a child when you can't afford it? And then you go, well, where does all my money go? You lose like 35% to 40% of all your income after all the taxes are paid. And it's like, wow, what could I do with an extra 30 or 40% of my income? Probably a lot. And it's much worse than that in Europe. In Europe, you guys pay like 50%. And I'm talking about all the taxes. You think it's just the taxes on your income. That government taxes every single angle of your life. Did you buy something? Taxes. Was it property? Taxes. Did you get fuel? Special taxes on the fuel. Either you pay it or the company pays it. Somebody pays it. And then did you sell something? Was it a good thing? Taxes. Yeah, and then you got income? Taxes. Did you die? Tax it again. So the government just tax you to death so that they can pay for all this free stuff that they're handing out to people who have no incentive to work harder because they're just getting stuff for free. It's just human nature. And that works for a little while, especially if you have good neighbors, by the way. If you have good neighbors, hardworking neighbors, well-meaning people, that works for a little while. When your country fills up with people who are not good-natured, who kind of hate you and they hate the country and they're bitter and they're resentful and really they would like everything for free and they have no skills, they have no job skills to offer. They have no job skills to offer that your countrymen can't do themselves, like engineering, actual complicated high-paying jobs. You really are just absorbing the world's socialism cases. You're saying, you're homeless? Come over here, I'll pay for you. You're homeless? Come over here, I'll pay for you. You're homeless? Come over here, I'll pay for you. So eventually that socialist system breaks. And the countries with the most socialism attract the most people. It's the same as California, right? Why are all the homeless people in California in America? America's this huge place. Why aren't they in Wyoming? Wyoming's huge. Have you ever looked at the size of Wyoming, by the way? It's gigantic. There's all this clear empty space in Wyoming. You could probably buy empty land for nothing. So why is everyone in California? Why are all the homeless in California? Great weather. And then just tons of free stuff. Everyone's guilty about the homeless in California. So you go wherever the socialism is. So when you're a country like Canada and you have, or UK or whatever, and you have very generous socialist programs, you will absorb the world's homeless people. It's the nature of it. And they're not choosing, a country maybe like Lebanon, or I don't know. I don't want to beat up on any particular country, but they're not picking a country that has no socialism programs. They're picking the countries with the most socialist programs. So yeah, they're looking at it going, okay, safety, security, good weather, good infrastructure, and a lot of free stuff. I'm on my way. All right, guys, we have no orders in the queue. My grandma was hit in a Walmart parking lot, and now she's in a nursing home. At least you have a sure argument winner. At least I didn't paralyze that old lady mom. What up, TC? Troy needs a hug. Troy, a motto that asks for everything at Walmart. Mom just made him shut up. It doesn't snow in California, just like Vancouver for Canada. Teach me how to get the government to give me money, please. Yeah. Well, if you went out and got money from the government, I wouldn't blame you, because it's like they're handing it out. So somebody better collect it. It might as well be you. And that's the sort of, that's what occurs over time. People don't look at the government as this careful resource. We all need to share it as a family. We need to make sure we don't bankrupt it. We got to ration out the resources. No, it becomes a race to the bottom. You start to realize, that guy over there, he's on a race to the bottom with the money in the treasury. So it becomes a race to the bottom, and that's no good. So, and all of this is why it's so essential to work for your family and not work for maybe like a globalist government. The globalist government, they don't care about you. You're kind of like you're like a machine for them. You're like a robot. You go to work and you give them money, and then they get to do stuff with that money all around the world. And they're not there to take care of you. It's just how it is. And again, I do think that people will catch up with those ideas. They'll be like, wait a second, this kind of sucks, bro. Why are we doing this? This sucks. How does this help me? It just doesn't help you. That's it. It just doesn't help you. Your government takes your money and they don't help you. That's how it really works. They really do just take your money and then give it to someone else. The end. Well, I worked really hard for that money. Too bad. I can't afford a home. Too bad. I can't afford to have children. Too bad. Your government's doing other things with that money. And they always need More. They never have enough. It's never enough. They always need more, because the moment they have more, they just find a new way to spend it until it's so bad that they're going in debt. So they go, okay, now we need more. We're going to have to raise the taxes again. We're going to have to print more money because we always need more. They always spend 100% of the money you give them and then extra. And then they say, God, if we just had more money, we could solve all the problems. The problem is the government. The government's endless need to print. They have a perfectly endless need to print. All right, I'm going to lower the Queen Amidala card. I have no clue how to feel about this card. I really don't. Imagine all those homeless floating away. There we go. Must be the laziest state, California. Teach me how to get the government to give me more money. Or to give me money. George Carlin. Start the printers. Yeah, start the printers. All right, let's talk about some of the sets we have today, guys. So these are the latest sets. We have Stellar Crown. That's the latest Pokemon English set. We have Duskmourn, House of Horror. This is Magic the Gathering. Here's Trick or Trade. Here's One Piece OP9. Very popular. Paradise Dragona. We got Weiss Marvel 2. Lovely. So this is really good looking stuff. Here's Final Fantasy Hidden Trials. Ooh. Metazoo Nightfall and Metazoo Chrome. We sold a couple boxes of this yesterday. Did you know that? Yeah, we're blasting through that stuff. Metazoo Chrome. Topps Chrome Metazoo. People trying to pull a numbered card, like a numbered Mothman. Very fun. We have some expensive cards as well. Here we have Platinum Houndoom. We have XY Phantom Forces. We have Dragons Exalted. We have Roaring Skies. We have Cosmic Eclipse. There we go. You know, a lot of the stuff I'm saying is just common sense stuff, and I think you guys get it. But it's funny how easy it is to offend people over this subject. It's common sense, and it's still very easy to trigger a sort of, you know, frustration, because life is at the end of the day, your battle is not with me or my ideas, and my battle is not with you and your ideas. The battle is with nature. Nature is just a bitch, man. It's so tough out there, so hard to get food, so hard to get money, so hard to get shelter. And then you just live this short little life and it's over. You know, like I'm already 35. When did that happen? I turned 36 in April next year. That's like half a year away. So I'm halfway there to 36. Like, when did that happen? I turn around and I'm 36 years old. And all I've done is worked my whole life. I've just worked my whole life. And, you know, Kirsten and I do all right now. We're much older. I met her when she was 18. She's turning 30 next year. So she's just lost 12 years of her life to basically hard labor. Like, it's like being in jail. It is like being a slave in some sense, that you either work very hard to live your dream, or you just basically downward spiral into becoming homeless, a drug addict. So you better get a job and you better work really hard or suffer, you know, suffer the consequence. And yeah, life's just a bitch, man. So we have all these ideas politically to solve the problem of life, the difficulty of life. But some ideas are not as good as others, and some are really based on, it's really evident, self-evident that they're based on, you know, this sort of me. What can I get? What can I get? What can I get? Hey, others should have to take care of me, versus what can I give? What can I produce for all of you guys? How can I be free? How can we be free of a big brother government who tells me how my money will be spent, who it's going to be given to, and surprise, the first person will be given to is the government. So you'll be paying all these government jobs that don't need to exist even. Ooh, okay, those are going away. You want to be free. You don't want your government taking all your money. I don't, anyways. But you know, some countries do it pretty well. I think really homogenous countries do it. Really homogenous countries. They've got a very small population, and it's mostly just their own people. All right, guys, I'm going to reset this because I can't remember if it was set correctly. Type in TCC for the giveaway today, guys. Taxes now mostly work to control inflation by keeping money out of people's pockets rather than funding government services. Most government spending is covered by borrowing. Yeah, government spend out of control. They love to spend. They love to spend. And the moment you give them more money, they just say, oh, we spent it all. Now we need more money. It's really insane. And then there's people who think the solution is to actually give them that money. Like, if they could just see how the country used to run with like 1/100th of the amount of money we give them now, and the country ran fine, it's just like, well, how did they do it back then? It's a mystery. All right, we got Xtifer. All right. Yeah, if the founding fathers could see all the debt we're in, they'd be like, what happened? How did our country become... There we go. Those guys were all about freedom, right? They were all focused on freedom. They were all mad because they had to pay a slightly larger tax on tea. How would you like to pay 40% taxes on your income at one point? Lindsay's Pichu. But so, this sort of gives you a sense of my opinion on things. Deeper down, what's going on is I have a philosophical belief that everyone needs to be a contributor. Everyone needs to have a nice job and just work really hard. And charity should exist, of course. I'm not against charity. I'm not against helping people. I really am not. People need help sometimes. Mistakes are made sometimes. People are learning. Humans are not robots. They make mistakes. But I also believe there's a limit to that because there's a point where it flips over to being taken advantage of and decentivizing people from going out and being part of the struggle. It's a struggle. Spelled this wrong. There we go. If people can avoid struggling, they'll just accept free money and avoid struggling. They'll do it. They'll be like, yeah, just give me all the free money, man. There you go. So that sort of gives you a hint about my personality type and what I believe in. And there we go. But just like all of you guys, I really want the world to do well. I want everyone to be rich. Doesn't matter what country you're from. If you're living rich in a country, good, because now we can sell you stuff. If you're rich over here, good. Now you can pay taxes with me. It's a good thing. Resources are a good thing for everyone to have. So I hope everyone finds some way to be productive and to produce a good or a service or to invent something. After 200,000, income tax makes a big jump, and it sucks. Yeah, definitely. Hey, what's up, Russ? Can you show off all the breaks in the sublist? Pretty please. Yeah, the breaks are all looking like this. We got the mega break and all these breaks over here. Ta-da! All right, and now you've seen them. Okay, done sparse. All right. Jack Gray says 2 Japanese Oshinoko, 2 Metazoo Chrome. Oshinoko. Holy, bro. Getting that Oshinoko, huh? Okay, there's some Chrome. Oshinoko. Oh, no. Jeez. Here we are. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Turn this down a little bit. Ready? Ready to sneep? Here goes Jack Gray. Sneep. And sneep. Very good. Okay. Very nice roofie slab, but Japanese. Luffy? Ruffy? What do we got in pack number 1? Oh no, it's Old Green Eyes. You've got Chibi Quetzal, Mantis Man, the Charman. Oh no, Charmander. Sliding this in here. Metazoo has been flying off the shelves. I don't know if you guys knew that. We've been selling tons of it. There we are. We're still trying to get that Metazoo Kickstarter to activate, though. We are more than halfway done with it. Phoenix Rain. Old Green Eyes, but again. And Growth. Okay, and this is Chibi Mothman. That doesn't look like Mothman. That must be like Mothman as a caterpillar. What would you guys like to talk about tonight? We could talk about any subject at all. I should have like a way for you guys to call in like a caller. I want to hear your guys' opinion on the subject. What do you guys got to contribute? I'll read your comments on it. All right, we've got a holo here. Okay. And a holo here. Ta-da! Hi, Wild Beer. It's Wild Beer. Very good. Wild Beer, you guys are having Oktoberfest. I want to go to Oktoberfest. Nope. No Oktoberfest for me. Just Workfest. Just going to Workfest. That's for Jack Gray. Ugh. There's an Apple Festival next week. We might go to that. That's nearby. We went to it 2 years ago. It was a nice thing. Lots of people there. Oh my, please not Oktoberfest. You don't like it? What's wrong with Oktoberfest? Let's keep it light tonight. Are you pro-life or pro-choice? Yeah, guys, no politics tonight. Yo, ooh, yeah, look at this Dunsparce for only $29. It's a steal. What do we have here? Nidoran 7, $24. And Japanese base set Charmander. Whoa. Wow. Beautiful card. I better double check the price on this. I don't know the last time it was priced. There's no date on it. Be like Poland. There we go. Let's see. Base set Japanese Charmander. Price has actually gone up to $180, but we'll leave it at $175. Any of the new Hunter X Hunter sets? No. Is that a Union Arena set? I can get OP5 packs. Wow. Bro, you don't even drink Mr. WTF. If you had a really high-paying career like doctor or lawyer, how would you invest your money nowadays? Into the stock market. Bada bing. Ta-da! Mister, put up a survey and have the choices either be boobs or butts. Nah, we don't need that. There we go. Because obviously what would win is tummies. David Ballard, 2 in the Jungle Break. Oh, Jungle Break's getting close, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's jumping in 2 spots here. 8, 9. 2 spots left in the Jungle Break, guys. There's 2 spots left. Okay, Michael Ballard. That it? Yeah, I haven't done any Union Arena at all in a while. You think I should? Union Arena makes me uncomfortable. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, so close. New series, The Penguin. Penguin is pretty badass. New series, The Penguin. I didn't know that they were making a series about penguins. Penguins are so cute. There we go. Here's Larvitar 10 for $100. That's a Neo Destiny card. Here's Venomoth Foil. We've got Politoed. Mega Blaziken. He's out of here. Boop. We got Monkey D. Luffy. Oh, did I write the wrong name down? I must have been talking to him. Hold on. I wrote the wrong name down, guys. He says Michael. I must have been talking to Michael or something. Oh my god. All right. There you go. Here you go, David. That's so funny. Okay, put that there. And this here. I'd have been having a heck of a night trying to figure out where the heck Michael Ballard is. Where's Michael Ballard? There you go. I probably wouldn't. I'd be like, wait a second. David Ballard. I've already seen the Penguin documentary, Happy Feet. I'm good. Nido King. Here's Kabutops. Ooh, Metal Charizard 8. Magikarp. And Gengar. Magikarp and Gengar coming down. All right. Constantly changing slabs, everybody. All right, all right. Let me go ahead and grab some more of these slabs up. Grab this. 2 spots left. 2 spots left. Kendall Pelor, 2 spots left. Here we have... So this is a Cosmic Wave 4 print run. See that? With the Cosmic Stars in the background. Very cool. And he is $30, PSA 9. Here's Jigglypuff, PSA 10. From Crystal Guardians, last priced $8.24. Better check on that one. We're going through a box where the slabs are now in rotation. And so some of these have been sitting around for almost 2 months waiting to go back up on the table. Crystal Jigglypuff. Let's see his latest price, everybody. All right, it says the latest price, $240. Not much of a difference. How's the line? Line's nice and short. It's actually basically empty. Slow Sunday night. Sometimes Sundays are slow. I don't know what it is, but I can tell you Saturday night was insane. We went the whole 4 hours, nonstop orders, giant orders too. So my theory is that a lot of our regulars, you know, they go deep on something like Saturday, right? And then the next day they just don't have any, you know, they don't have any length left. Go deeper. I can't. So this is a little bit cheaper now. $9.24, $240. Who is the most gothic in Gotham? Yeah, I want to know. Here's first edition Dark Machoke. Nice. This is Vintage Sandstorm Kecleon Common for $24. Holographic Crocodile PSA 8, $35. PSA 9 Dark Ariados, $34. We have Ralt Sandstorm PSA 9, very cute. Here's a nice 10 Garchomp Starbirth. By the way, if you want a free card, we're doing a giveaway in our Discord server as well. If you have not joined that Discord server, please join tonight and jump into that giveaway. Here's Aberfoil, $20. And let's go ahead and see what you guys are doing now. So we're clicking on this, we're clicking on this. For real, a spot? Here's James Wright. 2 spots in the Jungle Break. It's over. 2 spots in the Jungle Break. James Wright. He said, I'll give it a try. All right, James, we can actually toss these 2 cards into your outgoing shipment. So you should be able to receive these cards in your current shipment without creating a new bag. Kendo, it's over. It's over. James Wright. People love the vintage breaks. These are super popular. Who doesn't love a good vintage break? Vintage Boosty. I only like Mewtwo's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I hope you guys are all here. We're going to start shuffling this up. How much is the Jungle Spot? 22. 40 each, Kendo. For real? 40 a spot? Nah, he's messing with you, dude. He's messing with you. When a break is really close to the end, it just fills up so fast. Usually when there's about, you know, well, it depends on how many spots in general are in the break. So let's say there's like 25 spots left, or 25 spots in the break. The last 5 spots will move really fast. Let's say it's like a break with 10 spots. The last 2 spots will move super fast. Like somebody will just finish them. They go, ooh, we could do that tonight. Exciting. Okay, cool, man. All right. Are there any packs you guys would be interested in hosting a break on that's not my usual breaks? What would you like to do a break on that I don't normally work on? Because obviously we normally do vintage Pokemon, but is there something I don't normally do you'd like to see? All right. Oh, did somebody give me a number? Somebody give me a number. I forgot about that step. Somebody give me a number to break it. I sent 44. It didn't matter. Now buy Life Customs instead, you baldy. Oh my gosh. Monster Hunter TCG. PDX says 6. All right, you got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the split. Very good. The split is in. And now, the Jungle Pack. Yes. Oh. I like it when they tear just right. Oh. The pack's ruined. It's ruined! I don't remember how many spots from the back the holo is. Does anyone remember the holo or the rare? Because I don't know if this is a holo. Put that over there. So, number 1. This should be an energy card, right? Alicia Brown? I think this is an energy card. Nope, it is Gloom. Look at that Gloom. Congratulations, Alicia. I'm so proud of you. Wow. Okay, Gloom for Alicia. Here's Matt Hansen. I'm Matt Hansen. Have a seat. Right over there. 3. Is it 3 from the back? Is it actually 3? 2. Is he playing with me? There's Matt Hansen with Right On D's. Now Matt Hansen, he's got a box, so he's easy to find. Joseph Delphin says weigh it. Nah, we don't do any weighing. It makes it more fun. Come on, let's see what we got next. So here's Alicia Brown. That's number 3. So in other words, this would be an uncommon, and the next one would be a rare. Yeah, okay, that's Rapidash. That's for Alicia. You picked up the Rapidash. Nice. Gloom and Rapidash. This person's probably picking up the rare. Boom. Alicia, you did it. Alicia did very well. She took 4 spots in here, and she sniped the rare. All right, so from my view, this is looking like a non-holo rare, Miss Alicia. So I'm going to put you over here. We're not going to reveal it to the end, okay? I can tell because the coloring on the back of the card suggests non-holo. There's James Wright. All right, Mr. James, you just missed the rare, James. But you're going to take home a nice card anyways, and it is a Mankey, Stanky Mankey. So, James, if you missed the rare, your hope is to pull a good common, which would be like, in this box, it'd be Pikachu. Yeah, if you could pull Pikachu non-holo and he graded 10, still a great pull. My TCC ball gets color again at 36 months, right? I think so. Looks like you're getting real close. Here's Midnight Sawazo. All right, Midnight Sawazo pulls. Ta-da! He could pull Pikachu. He pulls Nidoran. No! Pika! I think I hear him, guys. He's just around the corner. Did you guys like that base set 2-pack I opened? I've been saving that base set 2-pack since we lived in the Blue Lake House. I had it in a little box, just sitting there forever. Here's Joseph Sinyard. I made a short about it. If you guys don't watch the YouTube shorts, are you even real fans? Here's Venonat. We do YouTube shorts every day, and they're pretty fun. So if you don't watch them, you got to watch them. But I think you probably do, because if you're subscribed, you probably get a notification every now and then. Venonat. Yeah, YouTube shorts. Kind of like TikTok. It's a whole thing. Love the shorts. Mankey's the best common. There you go. Joseph Sinyard. Thank you, Joseph. All right. Still a chance for Pikachu. James Wright. All right, James. James with the Pikachu, right? No, you got Goldeen. Oh, no, dude. This pack would be so much better if it had Eevee or Pikachu, but we haven't pulled Eevee or Pikachu. Mr. James. Here's David Ballard. Mr. David pulls. Oh, there it is. Lovely Pikachu. Well, Mr. David, that all worked out for you in the end, didn't it? So this Pikachu is a wonderful card, and if it was just grade 10, you'll do very well, David. And it's the next card is you as well, because it had to be, because there's only 2 spots left, and I know you had 2. What is this? He gets Pikachu and Eevee back to back. David Ballard might have done better than Alicia's rare spot with just these 2 cards. Wow. Well, that's a win for you, David. Here's an example where the common cards can actually really help you out. Not all sets have good common cards, but this one does. So this set has good common cards. By the way, if you are liking this break, join our first edition not Team Rocket, first edition Jungle box break. Super expensive box break. Do you all know about the box break? What's the next pack break? We have not decided yet. David Ballard. Where am I going to run into your bag, Mr. David? David Maxwell. Chillin', about to hop in the shower. Let's see. Time to get ready for work, eh? So sorry, guys, I can't find them. Oh, there's way too many guys with D in their name. Chubsies, Wubsies. There he is. David Ballard. Took me a while there. I had to search 4 boxes for you. Okay, who does that leave? That leaves one more spot. Is the last spot Alicia then? Because she had 4. Alicia. Told you. Okay, Miss Alicia picking up a Spearow, if I recall. Lovely Spearow. Let's go ahead and grab this. Calvin Klein Chew in the house. Very nice. So what I do have to say, Alicia, is you got 2 uncommons, and uncommons, technically, there's fewer of them, so they should be more valuable. And then the rare. So we want this to be like Flareon or Snorlax. Let's see what it is. Mr. Mime, you did it! Yay! All right, Alicia Brown with Mr. Mime. Beautiful round. Oh, these old jungle packs are so cool. Miss Alicia Let's go grab your bag. Miss Alicia. How do you feel about Union Arena? I'm okay about them. Are they gaining like traction online? Are they trending? I don't have anything against them. I just, I'm a little uncomfortable with them because they didn't sell through too well when I did have them. All right, we need a new pack break. That means new pack break time. We could pack break anything you guys want. Where are my vintage packs? Actually, they're actually over here, aren't they? Ugh. Let's see. Something that will excite the masses. We got a vintage jungle pack. That'll guarantee a holo. Vintage jungle. Let me just bring this over. Maybe Neo. So we could do something like this. Neo will be pricey though, I won't lie. Do. I thought you really liked this girl. All right, let's see. Give me a minute here. What did you put her to sleep, Alex? You dog. What are you saying? Yeah, you dog. Okay, we're going to choose this. And pay. Almost done. So I would say how many spots are in here? 10. So to do this Neo break, it's a $40 a spot break. It's pretty pricey. It's just because they've actually gotten pricey over time. I mean, I'll just set it up. Let's not waste any time debating. Let's get it started. So here we have a lovely Neo break. The top pull would be the Lugia. There's a holographic Lugia in this set that's absolutely crazy. Oh, this is actually sealed? Wow. I thought it was like, okay, so they've fully sealed it. Now, Mr. uses sardine oil. Got to get the good sardine oil, man. We should hold Zark's freak off and buy baby oil. Oh, man. Freak off, huh? There we go. I was joking with Karis that we should buy a party house. I say we buy a house where we host parties out here in Lake of the Ozarks. And she wasn't against the idea. It sounded fun. It was like, yeah, let's do it. There you go. I said we could organize a meeting with all of the business owners in Lake of the Ozarks, try to get to know people who are important, you know what I'm saying? There you go. Okay. It ain't a party like a Diddy party. Classic scissors. Sardines. People don't use the word party anymore, mister. They don't use the word party? What do they say, Alex? Am I a boomer? Is that a boomer language? Bro, nobody says party. There we go. Do those magnetic cases work on English one-piece packs? 100%. 100% they do. I can show you right now. Give me a second. All right. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Are they different sized? Oh, I stand corrected. I didn't actually test it. I just assumed they did. Wow, I stand corrected. They do not fit these. Do not buy it for one piece. Well, one piece pack's fat? Now I know. I totally thought they would. In my mind, I was like, why wouldn't they? All right. You must have known something I didn't. I stand corrected. 10 out of 10. Now that I've tested it. Well, I suppose what you could do, if you wanted to buy a holder anyways, you could just buy one of these, probably. So this is a BGS holder. We also have a PSA holder as well, but so he will fit into here no matter what. The thing is it's bigger than it needs to be. So you could do that. Yeah. But he slides left to right, so I don't know. I guess if he's not moving too much, it doesn't matter. There you go. They probably fit the Japanese one. Oh, I didn't think of that. But he asked English specifically. He wanted to know about the English one. So that's precisely what he was wondering. There you go. Oh, yeah. No, they do not fit the English one-piece packs. They must be extra fat. Look at that. That's beautiful, though, isn't it? Whew. Did you know these have been selling very, very, very well for me? These BGS protectors. People like those for the BGS protectors a lot. PSA slabs are smaller. Yeah, they probably are. So it's probably a little better than the PSA. You want me to... Let's go grab the PSA slab. Oh, let's try the PSA slab. Hold on. Here it is. So here's the PSA slab. Okay. It's not going to make a huge difference. They're not that much smaller. I think they're taller too, though. But I guess height doesn't truly matter here, but... Here we go. Yeah, it's virtually the same, so it's not really changing much. There you go. So you could use a PSA holder or Beckett holder if you want. Ta-da! That looks very nice. Okay. Look at that. That's like sex. It's better than sex. It's that lassie's chocolate. Chocolate for lassies. Oh, we couldn't all prefer chocolate to having sex with our husbands. All right, what am I talking about, though? Next up, we have an order from Hathim. 4 packs of Weiss Marvel. You got it, Mr. Hathim. Okay. Is that lassie's chocolate? Is this a store that sells lassie's chocolate? How much for the Beckett protector? Yeah, we have them in the extended menu. BGS slab display is $16 per slab and then $4 shipping. Okay, so $16 each and then $4 shipping. All right, it's because they're very easy to ship. Unlike your very expensive, valuable cards, which take time and expertise. Just casually flashing his first edition's art. He's a 6. I need to sell him, actually. Get him up here for sale. Here we go. A 6 is beneath me. Here's... Yo! These guys over here. Hathim. He's the cool guy. What sex, says Guerrero? It's the thing you have with a lady like this. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Cody, don't pee-pee shame them. All right, lovely. I'm Gay Loki. Konnichiwa. Here's the Fantastic 7 or something. Here's Bow Guy. I use a bow. Are you kidding me? You've got the Hulk and then you've got the Bow Guy. How is this considered a superpower? Might as well consider Daryl a Superman or something now, because he uses the crossbow. Hathim. And he always lands on his target. Chat, what's a Pomni? Not a fan of Marvel movies, but man, these cards in the white set are so nice. It's a scared clown girl trapped in a simulation. Thank you, Mr. Thim. Very nice. Okay, here's Kendo Pelor. 2 trips to the Jungle Pack. So, Mr. Kendo, you haven't lost the money at all. It's just right here. Actually, it's kind of a nice thing, Kendo, because it turned out that that pack was not a heavy pack. So you have $44 to do anything you want with whenever you want. One thing I'll tell you guys, if you've never opened one of these or been in one of these breaks, this is guaranteed holographic. This is a heavy pack. So if you did not know that, now you know it. James Wright had $23. Did we already spend that? Okay. All right. Well, slow Sunday. Sundays are slow, man. They just are. Sundays are slow. We can hang out, do whatever you guys want, or we can wrap up early. I can just start working. What do you guys think? Enter the Neo Pack, Baldy. Union Arena has a nice Nike set because we like Nike. You know, I stopped buying that for a while because it was so overpriced. I wonder if they reprinted it yet. Let me look it up. Did they reprint the Nike set? This is called, what is it called again? Union Arena Nike case. Okay. Goddess of Victory. It looks like a reprint because it's got like a pink label to it. But no, there's no way this is correct because I'm just looking at the price and it's just higher than ever. Oh, and yeah, here's the original set. So let me see. Are they 2 different sets? Okay, so the previous one is the first edition and the new one is a reprint. And the reprint's expensive. That's crazy, man. I don't know about that. I'm not comfortable with that. All right, let's see what these guys saying. Oh. A guy talking to me real fast. All right. Let's grab this. Very good. Put this back over here. Invest, mister. Did they reprint Vongo Pikachu yet? Vongo Pikachu? Yeah, he's been reprinted. We are 2 hours deep. It is 2:36 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, I don't know. If you guys are good for the night, I'm good for the night. What do you guys think? Let's see. We can, what can we work on while we're sitting around hanging out with each other? We can work on... I ought to be working on is a PSA submission. That's what I should be working on. I didn't get to work on that today. So I could just go be working on that. I will ship out my Plasma Blast bag tomorrow. Cardos restock. Yes, I will get that done as well, the Cardos restock. Can you show off all the breaks, including the Sublist, please? The Sublist Metazoo Kickstarter is pretty far along. We've got this Marvel Platinum. Jen jumped in there the other day. She wants to see it move. Here's the Gengar Mega Break with 4 spots left. And the Jungle Break for the Gigantic Box Break. We have a Sublist with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots left. So that's pretty good. That's close to ending. Oops. Grab these. Look at all these. Whew. From all the packs we finished. These are all empty packs. Look at that, man. Crazy. All right, put these over here now. I was wondering if they plummeted in value finally. PSA 10 base set Venusaur at PSA 10 Moonbryon. Oh, PSA 10 base set Venusaur or PSA 10 Moonbryon. God, I don't know, dude. That's a tough one. I do not know. Let's see. Yeah. Feeling like a typical slow night. I think I might wrap up, guys. Oh, we have an Alicia Brown order. She says 2 Battle Styles, 1 PokeBruh, and shipping. You got it. Miss Alicia Brown. All right, no problem. Ooh. We've got Ponyard, Vintage Psychic Energy, Indudu, and this code card, which is actually gradable, believe it or not. That's a cold pack. That one is a cold pack. There we go. I'll grab your bag for a moment. We got to get you 2 battle styles as well. Appreciate all the business, Miss Alicia. Yeah, you got a rare card in there. And shipping. So you probably sent $9 for the shipping, huh? I tell you what I'll do. There we go. 1, 2. We were talking about how I don't like to change anything in the shipping queue once it's been done, the label's been made. But if you're just shipping out with this much in your bag, I guess what I'll do for you is I actually will go combine these, and we'll give you $9 back. Okay, Alicia, you got $9 back. It's a slow night. I guess I can go work on this. I'm always worried about screwing something up. That's why we don't do it. Long time ago, we would get little requests like this, and then I would go make a mistake, and then I would have to pay for the mistake, of course. And so I was like, we shouldn't mess with the shipping ever. There we go. So one of my rules around the shipping is once it's all in queue, don't do any special rule changes like combining 2 bags from 2 separate time periods. There you go. Old experiences. I'm going to write combine on this. There we go. But I don't want you to spend $9 shipping such a small bag. I just feel bad about it. All right. So we'll save you $9 here, Alicia. Okay, you got 9. Pokemon Center put out a Giraffe Raikou plush. He's very tall. Very tall, very demure. Okay, cool. I think everyone was going super deep yesterday. That's got to be it. She has slabs too, I believe. No problem. Well, those get combined in. There's that Moltres. Somebody was asking about there. There's a Charizard. Here is a beautiful Cardos Growlithe. Really lovely card. And the Rocket Ball. Go ahead and grab this. 2 Metazoo Chrome. Mr. Them. You got it, Mr. Them. Here we are. All right, Metazoo. There we go. All right. Did Palworld really win? No, Palworld is still in a fight with Nintendo. I was just being facetious. I was just being silly. Here's Metazoo Battles. They won. Pokemon lost. Snow Wasset, Frozen People. Sounds like people spend more when we talk politics. Mister, what is the highest grade for card with white dot with BGS? Did you ship me last week? I know you said you thought you created a label. Cody Hodges. Oh, Cody, did you order shipping last week? I mean, if you ordered shipping, then yes. But we can go looking for a CO bag if you're thinking that we didn't send you out. Piazza Bird, Agro Pelter. Wait, what happened? Oh, there was one back here. Funeral Mountain Terra Shot. What is the highest grade for a card with white dot with BGS? No clue, Loopy Matcha, but what we know is that it's not going to grab a 10. So I would bet more on a 9 or an 8. If virtually nothing else is wrong with it. There we go. Yeah, I mean, you mean like a white dot on a corner? You can still get a 9 with a white dot on the corner. But beware of the 8.5. Woo! If that Zard Poker was 10, I would buy that tonight. Yeah, I'm afraid he got a 9, not a 10. It's a tough one. But, you know, if he was a 10, I'd probably just keep him. That's the problem. All right, so what? Cody Hodges is worried that his stuff is still over here, maybe? Cody, did you order a round of shipping? Here's an expired bag. Kranos. This bag expires tomorrow, basically. Switch and Zoroark. They're putting out more Lord of the Rings Magic products late October. People are wary they're going to ban the one ring card and are dumping the product. What? What? They're putting out more Lord of the Rings Magic products? You mean like they're reprinting it? I don't get it. Are you saying Hasbro's reprinting, or are you saying they're making like a whole nother set? Not for the missing slabs that you found. I'm confused, Cody. Are you saying that you had a secondary shipment and he was supposed to have additional slabs in it because maybe Alexis didn't nab them the first time. Let me check. So we'll start looking up Cody, okay? I gotta have the second biggest Charizard collection. I have 5 in PSA 10. Okay, hold on. This is gonna say Hodges. Says here we have a Cody Hodges delivered on 9/13, but no other shipments. Cody, did you need another label? Are you saying you've got missing slabs? I got you queued up right now to make your new label. When someone's bag expires, what do you do with the cards? Just wonder. Well, first they go into a holding box, and then they're held for a while. So, especially if you have a really crappy bag, I'll just dismantle it right then and there. But if you have a good bag, I'll actually put it into a box and put it on a shelf for a while. And then when maybe a couple more months pass by, maybe like 4 months, we finally dismantle it. Kendo says, I'll take 4 Osaka High School with my store credit. So Cody Hodges, not for the missing slabs you found. Okay. When I shipped, I was missing 2 slabs, and you found them and said you're going to ship them. Huh. Oh, right. Well, I don't actually see another label printed. Maybe I never hit that. I'm so sorry. Let me print a label right now. Weird. I feel like I did do that. I feel like that's something I wouldn't have messed up, but, maybe I did. So I just printed your label. All right, missing slabs on it. Maybe all I did was find them and report them to you. Maybe I never printed the label. There you go, Mr. Cody Hodges. I'm sorry, man. God, that's why it's so important to not miss the slabs. All right, so Kendo Palworld for these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. There we go. All right. It's no good to have this. The reason it's frustrating is because Jose Dominguez says he was missing his slabs, and I went down there and I found them all. There were like 12 of them. There were like 12 Jose Dominguez slabs. I'm like, how do you miss this? Well, there's only one way to miss it, is you never looked for it in the first place. And I don't know. I'm the card shop owner, so I'm super anal about everything being done perfect. It's really important to me. All right, so let's see. So Kendo, right? Here you go, Kendo. Oh, look at that throw, man. There we go. I feel like you found them last week or so. It was around when I put an order. It is Kendo Palworld. Well, they wouldn't be needing to have a second label if they went out when they originally should have gone out. They should have gone out perfectly. It's no big deal. I was just curious. I know you're very busy. You had mentioned you thought that you printed one, but you were busy that night. I might not, because I looked into my print history and it said that I didn't print it. Well, it didn't necessarily say that, but it only showed one label. So to me, that says that I likely did not ship it. So we'll print you. We just printed you a nice fresh label right now. You didn't do anything wrong. We're going to get you that slab shipped out, and I'll just warn Alexis, we got to get that shipping 100%. No mistakes. Here's a holo. Ta-da! And I think it's a tough job. I've had 2 different people work on the shipping now, and I can't. It's 2 different people, and each time there's just these little mistakes that happen, like somebody's slabs aren't shipped out, and yeah, it's just a really tough thing. There we go. That's why we got to have like a recording of every outgoing shipment so we can always review. But yeah, it's I wish it was perfect. Kendo Palworld, no sexy big snipes in there. Darn, just regular ones. Just regular ones this time, Kendo. Apologize, man. So, Mr. Kendo, maybe the next round. That's 6. Where did I last put you, Kendo? I don't even remember. I know you had a box, right? Didn't the box fill up? Or did you? Oh, it's not filled up. Okay, you got a box with plenty of room in it. I always make a list to help with routines. I triple check sometimes, even open the package. I've done that before. I've done wait a second, did I forget something? And then I was so unsure. This is in the past, I don't do the shipping so much anymore. But I was so unsure that I went back and I sliced the package open and take it all apart. And I go, okay, yeah, it's all in here. No good cheat-sheets for Kendo. Make it a college course. Shipping a college. Well, I mean, you're shipping valuables. So you're not just shipping, a box of chips or something like that. You're actually shipping something that has some value. And you don't want to make any mistakes. Taihua shipping no bag, just 6 slabs. One of my slabs was from a new giveaway with my YouTube name, Shinobi. Oh, good catch. Okay, thank you, Taihua. Yeah, if you don't mention your nickname, we won't catch that. So always make sure to mention the nicknames. All right, Taihua. And print. Actually, I think this is a lighter package. We're going to lower the weight. Print. I kind of figured you hadn't sent them out since I didn't get the email, but I just wanted to make sure. You see that red hair girl's one on that card? Opie for days. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, it's going out for sure now. What Goddess Story sets do you have? Just one, and I don't know which set it is. I'll say 2. I'll make my instructions very particular. Okay, there we go. Make sure I don't get that confused. Here's Hathim. Ship me, please. I should have 2 slabs with you also. Okay, so we're doing a Mr. Hathim shipping. Well, this is good because we're going to have plenty of work for Miss Alexis in the morning. I'm trying to remember. Did we make a box for you at some point, Hathim? I feel like we did. Let's see. Kobe Kip. Hathim. So you've got this guy over here. And you've got this guy over here. Very nice. So I got these 2. And that's an empty bag. Let's see. So you got these 2, but didn't you have more than that? I'm trying to remember. I feel like you did, and we put it in a box and put it to the side. But I might be remembering like an older time period. Hathim. I'm looking all over. I'm not seeing any boxes for you. Yeah, that might be what you have then. You've been a big customer at them, so it can be hard to remember everything you ever had. But you ship every now and then too. There's Kendo Palor. Okay, looking good. Hathim, you're not going to ship out after gathering 500 pounds of cards this time? Let's see. Here's a Raul Aviles. I feel like his box is a year old. Okay. There we go. Oh, pie for days. All right. Okay. Very nice. I should have 2 slabs with you as well. Very demure. Very mindful. I'm not showing my chi-chis, only a little, and no cho-chos. Okay, this is going to be a heavier box. Okay, and print. Lazy Sunday. Okay, we'll go ahead and grab this and fold it in half, and I'm going to go put this on the shelf now. Okay, let me go put your shipping on the shelf, and then we'll be ready to continue. All right. Okay, cool. Now, if we jump back to the queue, let's see if there's something else to do. Mr. Don't End the Stream, better show us your majestic printer. Aaron Rodriguez, what printer do you use? Oh, you only share information when it benefits you. Remember that old one? All right, that's an empty PRB1 box. We got 1 PRB1 case remaining, and then I'm sold out of PRB1. Konnichiwa. We sold through PRB1. Very interesting. Okay. 3 of these. Oh, yeah. I remember. Zebra thermal printer. I know the sound of that printer. You watch Fritz the Cat? What? That's not a zebra printer. Doot it, doot it, doot it. Mr. Aaron wants some hollows, followed by this alternative art. Oh, wow. Fritz the Cat. What's Fritz the Cat? Here's a full art. Okay, you got the Dawn card. Oh, yeah. Oh, mama. And you got Monkey D. Luffy. Bloop. There we go. Now, let's put these in your bags. In your bag. Aha. Hurry, it's Manga Box Snipe It. That's the Manga Box. Put this back over here. Ta-da! And now we've got an order from... refresh over here. Mr. My last order for a bit, so please get a hit. Is this Mr. Michael talking? He says for Nintendo 89 and 4 Goddess Stories. Here's a Nintendo 89 and 4 Goddess Stories. Okay. Ta-da! Eventually we're going to sell out of the Goddess Stories and then we're going to be done with them. All right. It's an 80s cartoon about a sick-ass cat. That's where Garfield stole all his ideas. There we go. Okay, what do we got? We got Punch-Out! Soda Popinski. Ooh, very good. Okay, I like this Super Mario Brothers, Bowser, Peach, and Mario Kart. I think that's a really nice one. Great. Features all 3 of the characters. You also got the Legend of Zelda logo. You got a nice one. Yeah, a nice pack here, man. Okay, and then here's Super Mario 2 and the Popinski. I don't know what a hit for Goddess is, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I don't even know what it is either. It's just girls with their boobies out. Hope the rumors are true. Nintendo shows the new console in October soon. Quick, buy Nintendo! Buy the dip! There we go. Thanks, mister. Good job. Oh, you're welcome. Now, what do we got? We've got cute girls, cute girls. All right, here's Swimsuit Girl. She gets to go in the front. That's one pack. Here's pack number 2. I feel like this girl had her chi-chis out the most. So it's going to be pack number 2 is going to be this girl. New Nintendo console will be $700. And you'll buy it like a Nintendo simp. Or they got to release a new Smash Brothers, man. Basically, they release a new Nintendo console when they're ready to release a new Smash Brothers. That's all it is. Okay. And here is Konnichiwa. Okay. Gotta be this girl right here. All right. Very good. That's for Mr. Michael. Michael, you said you're going to be gone for a little while, huh? You shipping out soon then? Let's grab this. Ugh. Michael Bethel. Michael Kerrigan. It'll be max $500. You never know. You never know. Pokemon can do whatever Pokemon wants to do. I think people will still buy their console. People got more money these days because jobs pay more money. Because everyone demanded higher pay because of all the inflation. So, here we are. Michael, Magic Mike. Okay. Toss these back here. Very nice. That is one fat bag, Michael. No more room in that bag. All right. Whew. Cody Hodges wants a Holo Shuffle and an Old Maid and 2 Japanese OP8s. All right, 2 Japanese OP8s. You got it, man. Here's one OP8. Is that an empty box? That's an empty box. All right, let me go get a fresh box of OP8. Here we are, fresh box. Shazam. It was a lie to get better pulls. What? You got me. This guy tricked me, man. Ow. What the fuck? So we also need one Holo Shuffle and an Old Maid. Ooh, the Old Maids. Here they are. So you get 4 of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. When you buy a round, when you buy a round of the Old Maids, you get 4 of them. Okay, let's go ahead and leave this up. Ta-da! Let's pull this light back out. Yep, make things bright. And OP8, Cody Hodges. Now, Cody, what are we doing here? Are these supposed to be tossed in with your outgoing label? Are these being tossed in with your outgoing stuff? Is that the idea here, or are you starting a fresh bag? Oh my God. Boop. Oh, nice. That's a nice addition because of the colored Joy-Cons. Put some Mario Hoops 3-on-3 music. Mario Hoops 3-on-3 OST. Ugh. That doesn't sound good at all. God, I love ad blocker. There's so many ads. Are any of the songs good? Nah, that's terrible, man. Screw that. Mario Hoops, more like Mario Poops. Give me Peach Beach, Daisy Cruiser, any day of the week. All right. Cody says, keep my small bag off your table. If you would, I'll take them in the shipping. Okay, no problem. So we'll put this here. And we'll take a look at your pulls now. We'll see. You got Psyduck, Sudowoodo, a blank card, and Wobbuffet. Very nice. Now, where's your label? Play Sea of Stars OST. Sea of Stars. More like Sea of Throwing Up. Ugh. What? Okay. Scooby-Dooby-Dee-Dum. Next up, we've got an order from Elijah Martinez. Let me get a spot in the big boy Gengar Sublist. Okay, the Gengar Sublist. All right. Oh, here it is. We're getting closer to the end of one of the Sublists. Three spots left on the Gengar Sublist, and then it activates. Yo! And 4 Holo Shuffles. Okay, Holo Shuffles. Here they go. Pull from the front. 1, 2, 3. Good luck, you get the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because 6 is that hot. Chucky is true. Sorry, not everyone see the same through your glassy eyes. What are you talking about? Bro, you have bad taste. Remember you said that Halle Berry is ugly. I didn't think she looked terrible. I didn't think she was like, you know, a 1 or something like that. I just didn't think she was super hot. All right. Orthworm, Kadabra, nice. Kimiko, and Jamming Tower. Jamming Tower, where you get your jams. All right, let's go find your Kadabra. Mister said she's mid. Yeah, I felt like she was mid. That's correct. Halle Berry, mid. She just looks like anyone else. We elevate actors to these higher level, you know. If you took any hot girl off of TikTok and put her in a, you know, sexy, you know, whatever, like Catwoman suit, you'll think she's hot too. She just looked like any person. Oh, I hate this song. What is this called? Dolphin Shoals? Why is this so annoying to listen to? Okay, so that was for Elijah Martinez. You pick up this cute little Kadabra. Of course, look, he's a $20 card, so you got exactly the value of him. All right, you got all these holos. Mid will do. Mid will do. That's right. We're all pretty mid anyways. I mean, there you go. But, you know, in terms of being like an especially attractive actress, I thought she just looked kind of like, she's one of them. She's definitely there. There we go. You know who I thought was really, really beautiful? The actress that was in the recent movie, Mad Max. You know who I'm talking about? The girl with the wide set eyes. I don't know what it is with her. She looks like a model, dude. There's a lot of pretty girls, right? There are girls who have a sexy look where you're like, dang, she's sexy. But then there's girls who are like elegant or something. I don't know how to describe it. It's different looks. But she looks like old money model or something like that. But actress from Mad Max. All right, so it's going to be this girl right here. This girl right here on the right. She's got a unique look, man. She looks crazy. You are? Let's see. She was in Queen's Gambit as well, huh? All right, let's see. Oh, Lord. Anya Taylor. That's right. There you go. This actress here. Pretty much all they did with the movie is they said, isn't she pretty? That's it. It's kind of silly because if you look at the actual girl who the story is roughly based around, she's quite ugly. So the girl who is actually very good at chess, surprise, surprise, is not a, supermodel, which is kind of what happens when a girl is too pretty. All these guys fawn over the girl, and you don't really get to that level of being like a top chess player because you're just, you got guys, you got boyfriends. And when you're ugly, you have to go out and work really hard at something to gain fame or notoriety or attention or money or love. So you have to go develop a skill. And if you look up the girl that Queen's Gambit is roughly based around, she's not attractive. But they pick like the prettiest girl ever for Queen's Gambit. They did that for another movie I watched recently. I think it was called like Casino or something like that, where it was a gangster movie. And it was a movie about an older man who was with a younger woman. But they pick like this, attractive male actor. I can't remember his name. Was it Robert De Niro? They picked Robert De Niro to play the main character. And he's having this difficult relationship with this beautiful blonde lady. And in the movie, you're like, I don't get it. Robert De Niro's smart. He's rich. He's Rico Suave. He's charming. The girls would want him. Why is he having all this trouble with this blonde lady? It seems like she doesn't want him. But then you look up the real actor and the actual man from the story, the guy that the story's based off of, he's this ugly-looking guy. He's this unattractive-looking guy. So it's like, oh, now the characters make sense. That happened in the story Queen's Gambit, too. I didn't watch all of it. My wife was watching all of it. She loved the show. And, so that meant I watched some of it. And I was like, none of this behavior makes sense. Like, why is she behaving this way? Why are the people around her behaving that way? And then when you look up the characters based around, you're like, oh, now it makes sense. Antonio Suevas, what's up, man? All right, Antonio Suevas. I heard she was found by a model agency just off the street. She had the biggest pupil distance I've ever seen. She looks like a cat or something. I don't know how to describe it, but that is a unique look, man. There we go. I saw images of her when she was younger, too. Here's the crazy part. I thought she looks more attractive as she gets older, which usually is the other way around. You get older and you kind of age out of the sexy pool. But she got like a sharper look as she got older. I don't know if maybe she had surgeries done or something, or maybe she just got better at branding herself, essentially. Whatever the case is, she gets like this more angular look as she gets older, and it's like, wow, you're weird looking, but it's like good. All right, let's get you in the Charizard. Here is the Charizard. I assume you mean the gym break. Be sure to define it because there's 2 Charizard breaks going on. All right. Good for you, man. This ticks up to 4. I wouldn't call her a late bloomer. There we go. There we go. I think you missed my Holo Shuffle, says Cody Hodges. No, I didn't. Did I? Wait. We did Holo Shuffles. Hold on. Elijah Martinez. Oh, we did. You had a Holo Shuffle. Oh, my God. Here we go. Cody Hodges. All right. Holo Shuffle time. Cody Hodges. My bad, dude. 1, 2, 3. And boom. You got Beldum. I'm sorry. That's going to be 1 Beldum. Cody Hodges. Cody, I have egg all over my face. Here you go. Card going in your bag. She dyes her hair, says Cornrolls. Well, girls can do that. Boys can do that too. People dye their hair. At least she's not dyeing it like green or blue or something. Aaron Rodriguez, 2 more PRB1s. Toss the junk. Here it is, PRB1s. Being blonde helps. All right, let's sneak it. Sneep. Yep, guys still are attracted to blonde girls. It's a thing. There you go. Karis is a dirty blonde. Have you ever heard of that? It's where they have kind of like a brown, blonde, and red hair mix. Her brother is a redhead, like full-on red hair. There you go. Ooh, very nice. Of course, Karis's hair got more brown over the years. I think that's how that also works. So your hair loses its blonde color a little bit as time passes. And so what she'll do is she'll get like some blonde highlights because she misses it. There we go. Neat. She's married to someone from my area. There you go. Toss this over here. Mr. Aaron Rodriguez. Filthy muggle, says Corn Rules. Hey, talking about these subpar women confusing mister. Let's grab this. Ugh. All right. Halle Berry, she just looks like any woman, right? Like, I don't know how we define attractiveness, but for me, you know, you got to bring something special or unique or different. And so I think that the one girl that I showed you guys is interesting because she has a very different look. I understand like sexual attraction or like, you know, like, oh, you look young and fertile or whatever, right? Like that's stupid. Anyone looks beautiful when they're young, but you have to bring a unique look to the table, in my opinion. Let me look at Halle Berry again. I should type in Halle Berry peak. Yeah, so this is Halle Berry. That's Halle Berry. She just looks like any woman. Let's see, is there an even younger version of her somewhere? I don't know. Here's a Halle Berry. That's it. She's just Halle Berry. And it's, let me look up Halle Berry young. I don't know if that helps. People get old and they kind of lose their beauty. Same for men, by the way. I'm not trying to pick on women because it happens to both. She just looks like, there we go, young Halle Berry. I don't know. She just looks like lots of people I've seen. I agree. Eyes too close is weird. Let's see. And then let's go back to the Anya Taylor girl. All right. So Anya Taylor. And she just has a really weird look. And I think that it works. Yeah. So she has a more unique look than Halle Berry does. Halle Berry just looks like most women. And, you know, most attractive women look like her. I feel like Anya Taylor has a more unique look. I don't know what it is, like the wide set eyes or the weirdly small chin. It's just a bizarre look. Lexington, Billy Bob, hit that. She get topless. I think Rebecca Ferguson looks good. You have to see the movie Swordfish. She'd look good with the bag of chips on her head. I agree with Mr. Pooing on Chucky's boo thing. My beard grows red, but my hair is brown. I have a little bit of that too. Yeah, I get a little bit of red facial hair, but not very much. You would never be able to tell. I can only tell when I'm trimming my facial hairs. But, you know, I've got like 25% Irish in me and then 13% Scottish. So I've got a little bit of the Celticness. Good photo. Lexicon Steelers, who's Swordfish, she was a freak. Good Lord, Troy. All right, so let's keep going. Next up, we got Jack Gray, 1 live, 1 Holo Shuffle. Jack Gray. Let's see what we got. Mr. Jack. You got Watrell. Whoa. Gal Gadot. Let's grab 1 Holo Shuffle. I was never that attracted to Gal Gadot. All right. 1, 2, 3. Bazoinks. Nose pass. Oh, my God. You got 1 nose pass and 1 Watrell. I'm sorry, Jax. Those are misses. Gal Gadot should have stayed a model. Okay. Jack Gray. Put this over here. Love Me Long Time. Gal Gadot. Put this back over here. Ugh. Let me look at Gal Gadot. Let's see. Yeah, she's okay. All right, so here's Gal Gadot. You know, here's what she makes me think of. She makes me think of a woman with a very symmetrical face. She's just got the correct nose, the correct lips, the correct eyes, the correct eyebrows. And I'm bored of it. I'm bored of it. There's so many people that look just like this. Simple variations, right? Based on your racial background, your ethnicity. I'm just bored of it. I've seen this a million times. There's so many people, it turns out, that look just like this. It's not that rare of a look. And maybe that's why I ended up liking Anya Taylor, even though I typically don't really, I don't typically find anyone too impressive looking. But yeah, I mean, if you were to take all the beautiful women in the world and then layer their faces on top of each other, it might look a lot like this. Look at the nose ratio and the eye ratio and the mouth ratio. It's just correct. So she has all the correct ratios. That doesn't mean I find it beautiful. I'm bored of it. I've seen this a million times. I've seen this my whole life. I've seen it, and it's just not interesting to me. And there are people with weirder faces, and I don't know why, but that's what appeals to me, Faces you don't see very often are more interesting to me than faces you see all the time. So, that to me is a weird look. I don't see that very often at all. So the weird look's more interesting to me. But, she's also not that different either. She's got the correct, symmetry and small nose and all the stuff that sells. But yeah, I get tired of everybody looking essentially the same. And you're like, yep, you're a healthy looking woman who can act. Here's James Wright. Mr. likes flawed faces. Maybe not just flawed, but like different. Like if everyone looks exactly the same and we consider that beauty, it's just boring. I do get bored of it, You can only, it's like desensitization. Maybe when I was like 15, 16, 17, looking at these women, I would be like, damn, Gal Gadot can get it. She's hot. I'm like 35 now, and I'm like, I've seen Gal Gadot, same face, in a million movies, because it's the same woman. It's the same perfect symmetry, the cantle tilt, the jaw, whatever you want to call it, right? Looks maxing. It's the same look, and it's always the same person getting hired, And so I just get tired of it. It's who cares, These women are almost interchangeable in the way that they look. James Wright, 2 live customs. Mr. James Wright. Win 2. Oh, you got a hit there, James. Wow. Mr. wants an octoplet with the one green eye and one blue eye. Mr. means he likes unique looking people, and so do I. Well, there's 2 categories. Hot and beautiful. When it comes to hot, anybody can be hot. Anybody. You just got to be healthy and have generally good looking, like your jaw's good, your ears are good, your eyebrows are good. Beautiful is different. Beautiful is like, is your face a work of art? And then if your face is just generic starter character from every video game, it's not beautiful to me. It's boring. It's just boring. $100 to the oldest slab break. Oh, okay, cool. So, so first of all, this goes back in. We put this back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this goes back into the live customs to be pulled again in the future. Natalie Dormer. Here we are. I don't know who that is. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. But Gal Gadot, she's like Natalie, or she's like the, what's the actress that was Padme? Okay, there we go. So this now goes back into the back in rotation, and you get $100 toward the oldest break. We do not include the mega break in that list, so the mega break does not get help. The oldest break would be either this or it's this. One of these is the oldest break. I think it's this. I think the Neo pack is the actual oldest break, not the Charizard. Okay, so you're going to get 2 of these. James Wright. Natalie Portman. Oh, right. Gal Gadot reminds me of her a little bit. You know what I mean? Just a girl who comes along and just has a very symmetrical face. I bet if you took all the prettiest girls in the world and just had a quick flip screen through them, you would find they all have very similar qualities. All right, so what's going on here, James, is you also have a 3rd card going in. It's a half card. So this half card, if this half card gets pulled, then we have to determine who truly pulls the Neo Genesis. In other words, if either of these get pulled, you win, you get it. But if this one gets pulled, whoever's got this lower half, they have a 50% chance to take the whole thing from you, unless you want to buy out the other half. So you can buy out the other half, and the whole card would be yours. There you go. But so this goes into the booster slab break. Oh, right here, Anthony Kalura had one of these, and he bought out the other 2 spots. So you've got a half card, and you can buy out the other half, or Anthony Kalura can buy out this half, and then if this gets pulled out, you got to do like a coin toss with Anthony for the booster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. We're 6 along. It's actually 5. Okay, but when that half card is done, it's 6. Oops, this should say 4 and then 5. Okay, so 5 spots up in there. Very good. There you go. Well, that wasn't too bad. You turned your $40 into $100, basically. Did the PSA 6 Luffy sale already? I'm afraid he did. He got sniped by Beatrice Moniz right away. All right, Joseph Jones, 2 boxes of Weiss Marvel 2. I have a box. Where did you come from? All right, let me go get these. I'll be right back. All right, I'm here. Ta-da! Palworld would burn in hell thanks to Nintendo. No! Not Palworld! How could you say that? Palworld is changing the industry. It's saving us from Pokemon. Noble Palworld died for our sins. There we go. Ta-da! Ow. There you go. Another girl who I can't understand why people thought she was really pretty was the Zendaya character that was in the Dune movie. But not only did I think that she was ugly, I thought her male counterpart, there you go, the estrogen-looking guy, he's ugly too, man. Both actors. Terrible looking. He gets into so many movies too, I don't get it. I don't think he's a particularly good actor either. He's just a actor. I'm acting. Wow. I don't understand. I don't understand how he gets into so many movies. Good agent. I don't know. How's the Metazoo box break moving? Well, we've had a very slow Sunday. Today's been very slow. So no new spots have sold off. We just sold a spot in the Gengar Mega Sublist. So this is down to just 3 spots over here. But there it is. You can see it's stuck on 22 for tonight. No other purchases so far tonight. All right. Minister has more chichis than Zendaya. It's the blue eyes. Timothy Charmaine, is that right? God, he's annoying to look at. I just want to slug him every time I see him. He's so annoying. There you go. He's got such a smarmy look and so unattractive. There we go. Is that what women want now, is him? Gross, dude. And girls want to date other girls at this point. Maybe that's what it is. She has a nice body, though. Nah, that doesn't count. I'm telling you, that's sexy, not beautiful. Any girl can have a nice body. Any guy can have a nice body. You just got to spend your whole day at the gym. That doesn't count. You just got to be young and fit. And you can have a nice body, too. In fact, you could be old and fit. There we go. Like Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez has a nice body. There we go. And she's a grandma. Oh, yeah. So having a nice body does not count. I always thought she looked kind of bad looking, man. She looked, I don't know, like just any average person. I was like, you don't look like a superstar. Who are they picking these days? Oh. There you go. Jennifer Lopez is going to down. Timothy is banning a Jenner. Do you mean dating? Jennifer Kardashian, that plastic better than the Zendaya, though. There you go. Oh, that doesn't look good. It's a blue eyes white, mister. There you go. Are you saying he wins just because he has blue eyes and white skin? There you go. I don't think that's true. I think there's a lot of actors of all types now. There's tons of actors. How about the actor in The Last of Us? Everybody's like, oh, what a daddy. You know what I mean? Or, God, I can't remember. I'm terrible with actor names, so I can't just pick people out of my memory. But there's that tall black guy who they're considering for James Bond right now, right? He was in The Office. He played the manager who fired Michael Scott. So there are all kinds of actors. Blue eyes, white skin. I don't know if that's it. He's like some kind of estrogen actor. He's a guy, but he looks like a girl. He's like some femboy actor. She helped Diddy in those parties. Oh, who did? Zendaya? Nah. Here's a holo. I'd love to Diddy party with J-Lo. Oh, Jennifer Lopez. Now that makes a lot of sense because of the time period. Yeah, what are you talking about? Jennifer Lopez went to the Diddy parties is what you're saying. She's going down. Billie Eilish. Nah, I don't know. Billie Eilish is okay. She's annoying. Grab this. Ta-da! You know, Billie Eilish, she looks like a character from, God, I know I've seen it. It might have been like Oliver and Company or the Lady and the Tramp. That dog with the bang haircut. And I don't know what it is, but I find that haircut so unattractive. So her branding style is just like, man, you know, it's not for me. I know what I'm talking about. I'll show you what I mean. Give me a second here. Give me a second. I know what I'm talking about. What I just said probably sounded very odd. Singing girl dog. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, right here. There it is. That's Billie Eilish. And, you know, of course, but the hair is blonde here. But, yeah, not for me, dude. So annoying to look at. All right. It's an ugly look. I don't like that look. LMAO. There you go. Let's see. Snip that. And we'll snip this. Find that funny? All right. There you go. That character in the TV show Lady and the Tramp, the movie, it has like a scene where she's got like a musical number and she's singing, and so, you know, maybe my brain made that connection a while back, but it's not an attractive look to me. Kind of a trashy style in my mind. That's so good. All right, there we go. I'm not supposed to necessarily agree with all the musical artists, though. They're musical artists. Musical artists are supposed to go out there and be all weird. That's the whole point of being a musical artist. Just not my style, I guess. Yeah, I don't judge I sound like I'm judging them super harshly, which maybe in a sense I am with my words, but, you know, inside I understand that's what they're meant to be. That's what you're a musical artist. Musical artists are like, you know, they're supposed to be like drunk or something all the time. So I get it. You're not supposed to be normal. Oh, but yeah, Billie Eilish, I look at her and I go, oh God, dude. Actually, I truly cannot understand Taylor Swift. I went to Target the other day. I was shopping with my wife and we were in the media part of the store. And there was a Golden Books book of Taylor Swift as like a kid cartoon. I was like, what the fuck? How is Taylor Swift a Golden's book? That's insanity. She's like some new goddess or something. I don't understand what happened. And she's such a not attractive person with such mediocre music. I can't figure it out. I can't wrap my brain around it. It's making my head explode. I've never listened to her music and gone, oh, that's such good music. And she must be loved by like some huge number of people. It's so frustrating. She's the Nickelback of today. She's Nickelback, bro. I heard Nickelback back in the day and I was like, why is this so popular? Look at this photograph. She's Nickelback. And she's just so deeply loved. And one day it's going to end and people are going to be like, why did I love Taylor Swift so much? Her music is so like, you know, like it's just regular music. It's not music worthy of putting somebody on this impossible goddess pedestal. There we go. All right, but she's also a blue eyes blonde person, right? She's a blue eyes white skinned blonde girl. So annoying, dude. She's so white toast, man. She's so mashed potatoes. There we go. At least Billie Eilish is a little fun to some degree, but I still don't like her. But it's like at least she's like not insufferable. But Taylor Swift is like, it's girly time and it's all about me. I don't get the Taylor Swift hype too. Only the kids love her. Don't talk poo about Kamala's biggest supporter, Mr. WTF. I couldn't name a single Taylor Swift song. Well, Karis will listen to her on occasion. I'm like, that's Taylor Swift. I'm listening to it. I'm like, It's just girl time summer. That's all it is. It's girl time summer music. Let's go get a Starbucks. And I sort of get that appeal, okay? I get it. But what I don't understand is the mass appeal. How does she get so many fans? Why is she like number one or something like that, right? Oh, I'm number one. Why? For singing like you're going to Starbucks? There's like actual artists making art out there, and she's making the most corporate, generic sounding Target elevator music sounding song I've ever heard in my life. And people just lose their effing mind over it. But that's Nickelback. That was Nickelback in the 2000s, the earlier 2010s. And people just, I couldn't escape Nickelback. I turn on the radio, it's on every channel. Why is everyone loving Nickelback? It's so mid, it's so cringe. And then people like, eventually, they figure it out later. They figure it out. They're like, oh, wait a second. This is terrible. Why is anyone listening to this? So it takes a while, but people go, oh, I was like in a hypnotic daze or something. Nickelback is not actually that good. It's all just sort of the same. But I don't know. You have a lot of music producers and a lot of money behind her now. She's like a whole show, I guess, like a Broadway play. So that's a good thing to have if you want to make a lot of money. Caleb Ibarra. So, you know, maybe it's like a too big to fail situation, right? Maybe she's got a production team so gigantic. But it doesn't matter. She's already made her billions of dollars. And she flies her private jet 15 minutes and then tells you, oh, no, climate change. So she's a really awful person. And, man, it's really frustrating to... It's really frustrating to see people like worship her like she's some deity. You can't escape it. She's in the football now. Oh, and then the Chiefs won. Damn it. But I'm in Missouri. That's good for Missouri, I suppose. I read when a team wins the Super Bowl, it's good for your city. It actually increases like your economic output somehow. There's like theories behind that, by the way. If your team wins the Super Bowl, there's like theories like it makes the people living in that place so happy that they work harder and they're like having a more positive attitude. That's weird. Which, by the way, that tells you about the power of positive attitudes. If you're this kind of sad, negative, complaining type, ironically, I'm doing nothing but complaining. But let's say you're negative all the time and you don't get any productivity done versus a person with a very good positive attitude who gets a lot of work done. You know, it's weird how just having the right attitude will get you really far in life. But so, yeah, these governments are like measuring improvements in the economy in their state after a Super Bowl win. What? And some of it is theorized to be like sales of, you know, merchandise and stuff like that. But they can actually only account for some of the improvement to the economy for the merchandise, because they can actually count that. So the businesses selling the merchandise, they can account for all of that. And so then they go, well, where's all this extra stuff coming from? They're like, it's got to be that the men and the women are so happy that their team won that they're out there working harder because they won the Super Bowl. But anyways, I guess Taylor Swift, if you've got her on your team and she's watching you play football, your team's going to win or something. I don't know. The refs are going to call the game in your favor. I don't know. People were drunk the day before. Shush, Joseph, just messing with Mr. Ban Chucky. What'd Chucky say? Nickelback is better than 90 Nails? Oh, yeah. That's bannable mods. Hey, don't say that about my queen. There's Marowak. I'm feeling 22. Oh my gosh, Starbs, let's go. Talking about Starbucks, it's time to buy stocks in it because it's pumpkin spice season. Yeah, I think I'm going to start drinking coffee again. I stopped drinking coffee because I'm trying to get away from caffeine, but I don't know. I was reading about some of the benefits of caffeine, and there are some benefits. I think I'm going to start drinking coffee again. I might do that. Sports teams bring people together. Mr. is passionate. I had some troubles when the Eagles were in the Super Bowl. Maybe Pokemon will crash. Just kidding. Hey, I got caught in the middle of people arguing over which team is better. Oh, no. Which team is better? My team's the better team. How could you say that, bro? All right, guys. She had more screen time on Sunday than the Chiefs football game, which was wild. I'm a black iced coffee kind of guy. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably just sip cold coffee with nothing in it to try and get the health benefits, but not try to turn it into like a dessert, because that's what happens with coffee. You turn it into a dessert. Anyways, yes, so it is 3:30 a.m. We're officially out of orders. You guys can still send in if you'd like. There's still time. It turned into a police issue when someone hit someone. Ooh, that sucks. Valid LaFlame, Mr.'s 5-hour rant, a 5th rant on Taylor Swift. Her tickets were selling for ridiculous amounts. Yeah, well, and that's why she's a rantable character, because, let's see. Here's our Billie Eilish dog again. So there's the Billie Eilish dog from Lady and the Tramp. Let's see. How much is a Taylor Swift concert ticket? All right, so hold on. Look at this. The price can range from a few $100s to tens of thousands of dollars. Look, tickets for North American shows can be expensive, with some of the cheapest tickets ranging from $1,600 to $2,000. The average resale price $1.619. Like, what is going on? That's insanity. The Indianapolis concert has a section priced at $12,000. I don't get it. I don't get who's paying this. Who is sucking Taylor Swift's Diglett? I don't get it. $12,000. I could just listen to it on YouTube for free. So what is it? The dancing? So okay, you're watching a blonde girl in her like mid-30s or something with red lipstick on do her little dance. What is it? What is it? There must be some. I'm a kind of person that believes everything breaks down into sort of like a scientific, materialistic explanation. So there must be some, Krabby Patty formula that's working just right for her. And it's what, I don't know, it's what the general population wants to eat up. I don't get it. But, it's very frustrating. Let's see. I made 6 figures scalping my Queen Taylor Swift tickets. I was impressed when she sold security to not bother a fan. Oh, told security to not bother a fan. My biggest sales were $12,000 per ticket. I'd rather burn the money than going to a Taylor Swift concert. I have to spend $1,000 for tickets. Daddy's money is Mr. Rich kids, no cap, La Flame, high La Flame. Rich parents taking their kids. My guy knows a hustle. People like A. Perez. Where did Plinkton go? Yeah, but so that's why you talk about it, because you talk about her maybe affecting the elections. You talk about her selling these tickets out. And then I finally listen to her music and it's like, but there's so much music out there. How is this it? How is this the music? This is the peak of society. Well, and I don't think of it as the peak. I think of it as the lowest common denominator. That's how I think of it. Okay, so this must be the thing that appeals to the most people. And yet I don't think of it as some kind of like, it's definitely not some kind of nobler, higher form of art. It's just catchy music is all it is. But obviously it's a very good brand and a very good product, or else it wouldn't make so much money otherwise. But I don't get the hysteria. It's so frustrating. And no, I'm not like a beanie wearing, a fart sniffing hipster or something like that. I don't go around like drinking, especially blended coffee from, Ethiopia or something like that. It's just my honest opinion. I'm just a guy who collects Pokemon cards. I'm just a guy who collects Pokemon cards, and that's it. There's nothing unusual about me that way. I listen to her music and think it's just regular music. I don't think she's the queen of pop or something. People are saying she's going to be better than Michael Jackson now. She's better than Michael Jackson. What are you talking about? That guy like invented hip-hop almost. It felt like he took it to this new level. But I listen to Taylor Swift, and she's just singing about boyfriends she once had, and you'll like me because I'm a girl, and ooh, you could have had me, or I could have had you, or something like that. It's like, this is just regular music. We've had this music for a long time now. All right, let's see. Sell your Pokemon slabs to go to a concert. Asian here, and I also agree about Swift. I myself could get the answer or reason why she is this famous. I myself couldn't get the answer or reason why she is this famous. Good evening, all. Mr. is really a Swifty Swiffer. Don't lie to us, Mr. It's little girl music. You're not supposed to like it. You can tell Taylor Swift is a Karen. Oh my God, dude. She is so a Karen. She is 100% a Karen. Miss Jennifer Yap, 3 Duskmores. Jen! All right. Hopefully Jen is not in love with Taylor Swift because I just called Taylor Swift a Karen. Let's grab this. Sorry if I offend anyone. She's obviously very popular, so if she's your favorite, I'm not trying to beat up on you. I just, this is entertainment, and I happen to be particularly well engaged with talking crap on Taylor Swift. Let's go ahead and snip this. All right. Hey, mister. Bro, those TikToks of gay dudes saying that she's better than MJ were hella crazy. Better than Michael Jackson? It's insanity. It's insanity to me. It's like, wow, man. I remember Michael Jackson. He stood so tall above other artists in that time period, especially because, when I first listened to him, I could listen to any of the music from that time period. And it's so obvious when you run into a Michael Jackson song because it's so freaking good. And so he became a very powerful brand for that reason. But to compare her to that, it's just sad. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? Nowhere to run. Of course, music was very different back then. If Michael Jackson had done what he did back then today, he might have been even larger because he would have been selling his music on the internet. The internet didn't exist as much back then. So he might have gotten even more money, even more sales. Here's Hedge Shredder, Animatile, Veil Piercer, Cursed Recording, Central Elevator, and Cursed Recordings. Ooh, sounds cursed. Cursed Recording, maybe that's like the music. Maybe she's a siren. Konnichiwa. Jen-chan, don't be sorry, mister. You're right, Taylor Swift sucks. Here we go. Wow, some people really, really, really love Taylor Swift. Like, I have to be careful when talking about her around my wife, because my wife happens to like her music as well. And so I can only go so far, because when someone really likes a particular song or particular musician and you kind of hate on it, they kind of take that personal. They're like, well, that means you don't like me. It's like, well, okay, hold on. Here's Mountain. Like, I like some Nine Inch Nails music. You know, you can talk shit on Nine Inch Nails all day long and my feelings won't be hurt. But you got to be careful, because you talk about somebody's favorite artist sometimes and they take it very personally. Here's Swarm Weaver and Chainsaw. Ooh. Onesama. That's right. We are. You don't like her taste, and she is butthurt. Well, I know, actually, we share a lot in common, Kirsten and I. So we like the majority of each other's music, if you didn't know that. But in this case, on the topic of Taylor Swift, I'm not a fan, and she is. Not a huge fan, but she's not a huge fan. Even she said, like, well, I think her music's good, but I'm not, like, obsessed. Here we go. Here's Island. She likes Billie Eilish as well. She likes Billie Eilish's music. Here's Island. Ooh. Karis loves music, though. She'll love most music because she's so into it. All right, here's Swarm Weaver. She really loves music. There you go. Demonic Covenant. She probably could have just made music her whole life and been happy. Enduring Vitality. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, toss it over there. Miss Jen, you got Enduring Vitality. I would say nothing super crazy came out of those 3 packs. You got Chainsaw and Cursed Recording. Those were your three last pulls. Thank you for popping in. Yeah, we're running late tonight, huh? It's almost 4 a.m. now. Let's see. It's funny, I almost wrapped the stream up earlier because it really slowed down. But Sundays are always slow. I don't know what it is. Saturday was booming, man. Saturday was crazy. But Sundays can be really slow. Also, Tuesdays. I don't know what it is. Sunday and Tuesdays. Mondays tend to be pretty strong, but I've seen slow Mondays as well. But Mondays tend to be a little strong. I think people get off of having their weekend and they go back to work and they go, oh, God, this sucks. And they almost need a couple booster packs to make themselves feel all right. Did someone win the giveaway slab? Oh, here it is, the giveaway slab. Let's go ahead and deal this out to somebody. Are you ready? Type in TCC right now. Roll it. All right, that's Uriel Chavez. Yeah, it's the same guys getting these breaks. You guys are really consistent. Uriel. Okay, Uriel Chavez. Marius. It's me, Marius. Marius Lad. And click. Josh Perea. Josh Perea. Very good. Okay, let's go grab this dice. Yeah, I think her music will be remembered a little bit like Nickelback. But also, remember Miley Cyrus? Miley Cyrus was so popular for a while, and then she just got eclipsed by Taylor Swift so fast. It was like, you don't even remember Miley Cyrus is there. Whoa, number 4. That is Millie Away. Millie Away on number 4. All right, another slab handed out. Very nice. Wonder Woman, I think she is at a different level law. Wonder Woman. Are you talking about Gal Gadot? Oh, Jen, are you hot like Gal Gadot? Mr. the Pac-Man, Josh Perea's won. Thank you, Nightbot. It starts this week. How you seen Metazoo CN1 and Nightfall blowing up? Shout out to Nightbot. Have I seen Metazoo blowing up? Well, we've sold 2 boxes of Nightfall. We've sold like a case of the Metazoo tops. And we've sold a half box of Metazoo Kickstarter, which is impressive because this one's kind of expensive. So we still need more people in here to actually activate it. I really want to pull that Metazoo first edition Mothman Kickstarter. That's an expensive card. Even after the bankruptcy, it's still an expensive card. And so I want to see that finish so we can record it and make our very first video about it. And you might be the one to pull that Mothman. Millie Away. And this is going to say 924 giveaway. There we go. If you want to do a meet and greet, most cost $300 these days. A meet and greet? What are you talking about? My girl, Miley Cyrus. Mister, I know you want somebody else to do the grading, but if I was you, I would take one of those days that are slow for you and degrading that day. Oh, are you talking about the encapsulating? Do you mean the encapsulating? One more give you for old time's sakes. Tickets and meet and greets are expensive. If you want to do a meet and greet, $300. Who are SGC, mister? SGC is one of the big four grading companies. It's actually owned by PSA. I'd love to meet and greet Lana Del Rey in her bed, cry. Jesus, it's crazy. A little news about Metazoo probably being bought, and it's going crazy. A little bit. I don't think it's going crazy, but yeah, some of it's selling. Well, because people are doing the same thing I'm doing. They're betting on it. And it's like, might as well place a bet and see if it goes, quadruples. Well, the other option is it goes to zero. So if it goes from 60, so this is a $60 buy-in. Let's say it goes to zero. You lost $60. But let's say it triples in value because it gets bought up and does well. Well, so the risk-reward numbers are looking good in favor of placing a bet on it. Because that's probably what will happen to it if it does get revived from the dead and saved, is it'll probably triple in price. It's not going to double in price. It's probably going to triple. That's my bet. And so that's why you see me grabbing a chunk of it. But be careful, though, guys. Be careful. This is not financial advice. But that's just a bet. And the primary use of my money is for Pokemon. You know that, right? So in the last week, I just spent $9,000 acquiring 2 Charizards. In fact, that's why this one's for sale. Hold on. Let's see. So one of the Charizards had to do with this guy. Check it out. So this guy is now for sale because I'm out there acquiring Pokemon Charizards. And Metazoo is just a small drip of money to me. So I just took a little position in it relative to what I normally spend. Keep that in mind. So for me, this is not that much. I'm not recommending you guys do the same amount. Joseph Jones says, I'm confident in my sexuality. 10 packs of My Little Pony. That's very smart of you. Proceeding, or it's not the right word, proceeding. Starting the purchase out with that warning, the warning label. All right, so he's confident in his sexuality. 10 packs of My Little Pony. You got it. Well, Joseph Jones, you'll probably be surprised to find that these blew up in price. These My Little Pony cards blew up in price. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the past, you could buy these for like $3. And then one day, My Little Pony just started selling at a much higher price. Okay, you ready? All right. Lana Del Rey married a swamp boat tour guide. I seen Nine Inch Nails at Lollapalooza, and again in November in 2008. That was a long time ago. I wish I could have seen him then. He's getting real old. But, he's still active. He's making the music for the next Disney Tron movie, and I'm so hyped for that. I'm so hyped for that because Nine Inch Nails, he doesn't really make the, gothic, heavy, sad, depressing, emo, whatever you want to call it, industrial-style rock music that he used to make. He doesn't do that as much. He does occasionally, actually. But what he really works and excels at now is more like instrumental music that's sort of like computer sounds-ish and, with really fancy computer beats and all this. So I feel like he does that very well now, and that's exactly why they chose him. And I'm super excited to see what he comes up with. What's the Chase Pony? Well, there are cards in the set that say UR for ultra rare, so I'm assuming those. All right, Joseph Jones. So, Joseph, I'm going to let you keep all the cards in here. So this pack has a rare in it, no holo. Every pack does not have a holo. Some packs have a holo. So there you go. Lucky streak. My Little Pony, guys, they really did blow up in price. We actually have some graded you could buy if you wanted. I just don't know their price. Mr. Breezy. Too Much Pie. All right, we'll put that Too Much Pie card in the front. All right. Bruh, on music by Daft Punk was God tier. That's right. The God tier music by Daft Punk for the previous Tron movie sold the movie. And I'm sure there's a lot of pressure on Trent Reznor to perform at that level, to sort of create something so good that is almost like culture creating, right? All right. Oh, man, you're getting unlucky. So far, only non-holos. Here's Featherweight. Truck driver kills 5 people looking at TikTok. Sad. Did that news just come out? That sucks, man. That's Karis's worst nightmare. She gets nervous. Oh, here we go. So you got this Fluttershy holo card. There you go. That is Karis's worst nightmares, being hit by a big semi. Trent doing Tron sound hella good in the future. Oh, it's 2-week-old news? There you go. Aha. All right. So if you could get this to grade 10, Joseph Jones, and place it up on eBay, it might do well. I don't know, though. Apparently, these My Little Ponies are just selling for a lot of money. But let me see. My Little Pony. Okay, let me filter, and let me check sold. And we'll go by highest price. Yeah, so it looks like... Let me go ahead and... What if I toss in PSA in here? Any information here? Yeah, so this sold... Look at this card. 2017 My Little Pony PSA 9. It's not even a 10. And it sold for $1,500. So it's a very curious thing because there really are cards that are starting to appear to be pretty expensive. But it doesn't look like there's an extensive amount of graded My Little Pony cards sold. I think what people are buying are the actual boxes of them. Here we go. Let's see. Oh my God. There's vintage stuff that's super expensive. Let me check sold. All right, let's see. How do I find the... Is this... Wait, is this Magic the Gathering? Look at this. So look at this Mega Mystery Power Box. And it could come with the figurine. And... Oh, this item no longer available. Hold on. Yeah, so that was sold for like almost $400, that little box. Yeah. Crazy. Weird stuff. What is this? Oh man, it's weird. It's a weird thing for sure. Definitely a weird thing. Maybe Wrath can come in and show us some of the auctions that sold. But sometimes I think the auctions, as they get older, they kind of fall off of the eBay, last sold thing. There you go. So you have to just have a memory of the history. Here's Gyro. What symbol is next to the card? So if we look down here, this has like an F or something. I don't know what that stands for, but it's definitely probably standing for foil if I had to guess. I don't know what you meant by any other symbol. I heard bronies play with Pony and make holes. We need Rand to confirm. Yeah, where's Rand? WTF, 1.5K. Yeah, it's weird. But these are actually pretty old. Did you know that? So these are from 2014, these cards are, which makes them pretty much like vintage cards. That's 10 years ago. 10 years ago is old enough. Because if somebody is 10 years old when they open up their My Little Pony stuff or they're watching the TV show, they're 20 today. And if they were 15 back then, they're 25 today. So you're probably going to see that same thing you saw with the Pokemon cards, where it's like one of the reasons they're exploding is just because the time period is correct. Skylanders, remember Skylanders? And we heard Mr. Subvert kind of going crazy over Skylanders. Who remembers Skylanders? They were just a kid's toy back in the day, like 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago. Well, I would anticipate those going up in price now, the sealed ones, because it's the correct time for them to do that. And so they had their TV show for this. It was real popular just about 10 years ago. And 10 years later, if there is a bunch of nice graded pony cards on the market, these guys who were like bronies when they were younger, they're probably going to look at that and say, let's do it. Let's buy these again. You never know. But I'm betting on it because I think that's how people really are on the inside. That's exactly how they operate. And these were very cheap when I picked them up, and now they're selling for a bunch of money. Silver Spanner. Looks like an A. Oh, yeah. So if you look, each one has you're talking about this at the bottom? Down there, see that? Oh, look at that. So that's a UR. We're pretty sure that means ultra rare. I kept my receipt for my COVID booster shot to get graded. Anyways, first edition print run of these have an A down there. I'll show you what I mean because I graded a bunch of these. So this one's from the same set, but it's got an A down there, and that's their equivalent of a first edition. So this is first edition over here. And there's no way to tell if your box is first edition, but there's apparently not very much of it. So the first edition stuff is super rare, and I happen to get lucky and get some of that. Are the ones you sold a couple years ago the same as first edition? So back then, I didn't know about first edition, so I might have sold some first edition, and I might not have. But I don't think anyone really knows about it. It's not like a standard thing anyone talks about. I learned about it later. I learned about it much later, and by then, I'd already sold a bunch. Here we are. Sea Swirl. Keep the wrapper, mister. There we go. But those alpha ones are for sale. I don't know if anyone's interested in them. All right, let's see. Whoa there, Nelly. All right, you got the whoa there, Nelly. Very nice. So you opened 10 packs, and 3 of them were holographic. And let's say those holos graded 10, right? What are the odds that they would sell for like $75 to $100 a piece if they graded 10? And I have a theory that there might actually be a shot of that. I have some My Little Ponies that failed to grade 10, and I got to get them up there on the internet and see if they will sell, because it's an experiment, and I really want to see how it plays out. And it's like testing a market. A lot of people are scared to go exploring new markets. You know, they're scared of that kind of stuff. But that's where the biggest gains are sometimes, is in these unexplored areas. Nobody else wants to touch it. It's like the poker cards. Nobody wanted to touch the poker cards. And poker cards did fantastically well. But you got to experiment sometimes, because that's where some of the biggest gains are found. You're starting a trend, or you're doing something that has fundamentals to it. Like, do I think people would spend big money on My Little Pony? I think they would. And this is based on the past, when I used to sell graphic T-shirts, and people spent big money on it back then when it was popular. So my theory is that would be true today as well. And so I'm not betting against any brands, really. Like, if we had Barbie cards, I bet those would do well too. So any brand can do well, but the time period feels right for these cards. My gut's telling me they're a flip. All right, Joseph Jones. So Joseph, you got all these now. Let's get these into your box. Very nice. What graphics were selling back then, mister, with the T-shirts you sold? We had Adventure Time. We had Regular Show. We had all of the typical ones like Family Guy, The Simpsons, just anything you could find at Walmart, Target, or Hot Topic. Hot Topic was a big one for me. I made so much money off Hot Topic. A lot of Marvel shirts. And what I would go do is I understood the cycle for clearance for all of these stores, especially because I was in Target and I was in Walmart every day for Coca-Cola. And so I would follow the clearance cycle, and then what I did was I expanded to all of the Walmarts and all of the Targets in my area. And so I would be there right away, scouring through the clearance section for graphic T-shirts. And they would drop down to like $5, sure, $5, $7. Then you just repost them up on like eBay for $20. But what you do, you'd bring your cell phone with you, and you would test eBay while you were there. You'd be like, is this shirt up on eBay? Oh, it's not? Okay, I'm going to put it up on eBay for $20 now. And then for shipping, I just used very cheap grocery store bags, brown bags. And so I would sell a couple shirts a day, $20 here, $20 there, $15 profit. You know, it'd be like $35, $40 a day. You just did that every day. But what I eventually had going on is a huge inventory of them. So there's this point where I've got, and it wasn't just shirts. I did Lego sets. I did video games, electronics, accessories, but shirts were my favorite. I liked shirts a lot. But I also did popular toys like Hot Wheels, and Skylanders made me really fantastically wealthy. When the original game came out, I sold a lot of Skylanders on eBay, tons of them. And they were selling like, oh man, you'd get them at the store for like $13 and they'd sell for like $45. It was insane. For a while, they just sold for bonkers amounts of money. But I did all kinds of tricks. So like the Skylanders, you could buy them in like these triple packs. Well, I'd buy the triple pack with like, you could only get these characters in the triple pack, right? I'd split the characters up so you could buy them individually instead of having to go to like Target or Walmart and buy them all three. So they are already hot in demand. There wasn't enough of them. And then you could buy them individually from me rather than buying the whole set. And people just love that kind of stuff. So I was just selling them all day long. Made so much money. That's actually really cool. Mr. always had a knack for making the money. Right. Well, because again, I learned that from my dad when he was running a wood business. So when I left home, I already knew how to run a small online, like eBay store. And I immediately started doing that with the clearance in my local area. Here's Jennifer Yap, one spot in the Metapoo break. Oh, yeah. For funsie. Thanks, Jen. Jen's hopping in. I'm in. I might pull that Mothman. All right, Jen's in, 23. One time, I got to a Target that had like 24 Pokemon, I can't remember what it was. It was like Pokemon Black and White or something like that. It was one of the Pokemon games. I had like 24 of them, $17 a piece. And it was the easiest like $35 flip ever. Because you just put them up on eBay. They all sold for $35. Shipping them was super cheap. It was like $3 back in there, $3 or $4 back in the day. I never purchased my shipping materials. I always used free shipping materials because I would figure out a way to do that. My favorite thing to do is I would go grocery shopping and I'd just take like huge amounts of the brown grocery paper bags. That's it. I just shipped it in one of those. So then I would use, first class shipping. Albert Domingo, 5 OP9s, so it's a little appropriation. But of course I'd be shopping for my groceries too. So, they make some money on me. 5 OP9s, you got it, man. Sent for 2 Metazoo spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it's going to be a fun opening. Put this over here. I didn't make a lot of money. I didn't make like a livable amount of money. But what was important was I was already earning full-time with Coca-Cola. So I made full-time and overtime with Coca-Cola. And then my little side hustle would make some money too. Oh, you meant tonight. You sent some for tonight, LaFlame. Oh, wow. Cool, man. All right, let's get this Albert, Mr. Albert, some holo. Let's see what we can pull for you. A holo. My little side hustle would add, a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there. But the best point was when I had a whole bunch of t-shirts up in inventory and I was able to afford them. Like I wasn't running on debt or anything. It wasn't on debt. It was all cash. And every day a couple shirts would sell. They'd sell slow, but a couple shirts would sell. And the top selling shirt, My Little Pony, would sell for like $40. It was insanity. And I was like always looking for them because I was like, that's where the money is. There we go. You'd go to Hot Topic and they'd get these unique prints. They would print some graphic art of My Little Pony and no one else had it. Only Hot Topic had it. And once they were done with it, they wouldn't do it twice. So once they went clearance, you'd buy all of them. And it could be like $13 a shirt. And you go over on the internet and your title would say, Hot Topic, out of print, you'll never see it again, invest $40 and you just leave it up there and it could take a month, but it would sell. A month later it would sell for $40. And so it got really good. Damon Holdings, here's the money from the dispute. I'm truly sorry for any inconvenience. Oh, you're all good, man. All right. Oh, it doesn't affect anything. You're all good. Yeah, I'm totally fine, Mr. Damien. I don't know if you're here. Damien had a security trip on his credit card and it sent back $200. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So that's all taken care of. And here is... Oh, right. Let me hit refresh over here. Sent for 2 more Metazoo spots. There we go. So 2 more of these. Grabbing this. Glad we are good. No, you were never in like a lot of trouble or anything. I just got to make sure I don't forget about it. That's my biggest thing is I'll forget about it. I'll actually forget. Okay, there we go. Very nice. So that's some actual pretty serious progress. We got 3 packs done today, and that's what's left, guys. Hey, we're coming in close on that. I don't know if that'll end tonight. I don't think it will, but it could be Monday or Tuesday. It could end, because once it gets down to those last couple of spots down here, people start jumping in. They go, hey, I got to get into that. It's about to go off. I feel like if I fell asleep listening about these pony cards, I would have a nightmare like I did with the Teletubbies. Oh, Teletubby cards. That'd be funny as hell, man. But yeah, so I sent some of these out to grade. I was hoping to get a 10 on them. None of them graded 10. Look, that's an 8. That's a 9. That's an 8. That's an 8. It's too bad because if they graded 10, what I would have done with them is I would have put them up on eBay for a really high price. These are not going to be a really high price. This is going to be a more reasonable price. But as a 10, I'd put them up there as a high price. I'd say, oh my God, Pop 1, Pop 2. And, oh, these are first edition print. And, oh my God. And so I'd put them up there for like $100 a piece and see where it goes. And, if you're selling these cards for $100 a piece and the booster pack's costing you barely anything, it's an enormous flip. You're talking like a times 10 flip. And that's a story. It's not just good. It's not just good business. It's an actual story. So that's what I was looking to do. But unfortunately, we didn't get the grades we needed. Like, that's an 8. That's an 8. I would just be happy enough to liquidate these for anything. So, in this case, this is a salvage scenario. 8s, yeah, 9s are okay, but 8s, no good. No good. People do not pay premium anything for 8s. They go, get me out of here. Ooh, is this that same... This is Animal Crossing? I'm going to skip that. All right, Joseph Jones, 2 boxes of Weiss Marvel. You got it, man. Weiss Marvel, everybody. Great set. There we go. Aha. You need the Holo Snips pony. Glad we're good. What's the new giveaway slab? We got to pick a new one. I don't have one on hand. I'll keep an eye out for it, okay? Yeah, giveaway slab. We're always working on a new giveaway slab. We ought to do a giveaway spot in a break someday. Almost time to go to the methadone clinic. Liquid handcuffs. Actually, here, I got a giveaway slab right here. My Little Pony. So the new giveaway slab is Granny Smith. There you go. Oops. All right, for you pony fans. There we go. Oops. Throw this in the trash can. Oh, second player. Lurking lower he goes. TCC right away. There we go. There we go. Granny Smith. All right, but that's my exciting story of my past. You know what was really fun? I would buy these Lego sets. I would do price analysis on them. And what you could do with some of the Lego sets is break them apart. I actually still have the pieces, by the way. They're in my basement. I got to go get them. I'll show you guys so that you know I'm not making this story up. But there were sets where you made more money on them when you broke them down into little pieces and just sold them by the part. How crazy is that? Because, by the way, that's a job. People don't have time to be doing all that. Sometimes they just want a special piece from a particular set. So if you're real smart with Lego, you can do a deep analysis on what that piece is. So there could be like a Ninja Turtle set with a really particular piece that's only in that set. People want it, but they don't want to buy the whole set. So if the whole set's $40, but you can sell the piece out for like $10, that's weirdly profitable because you can sell the rest of the set too, piece by piece, and it somehow comes out to quite a bit more than what you paid for the sealed set. So they don't want to pay the whole $40 for one piece, but they'll overpay for one piece for $10. It's really weird. And so, you know, you take the figurines out, the figurines sell for $10 each, the little piece sells for $10 each. And so I had a system like that going for a while. I would I would do an analysis on the Lego sets, especially if I could find them on clearance or something like that, and I would open them up and sell the most popular pieces would be sold off. And so that was also a part of my eBay side hustle when I was working with Coca-Cola. And of course, that is how I afforded to go to college. You guys, if I wasn't so good at what I was doing back then, I could not have gone to college. I wouldn't have earned enough money. I would not have made enough money to go to college. So you got to have enough money to go. Because it's not all about the student loan. You got to have enough money left over to feed yourself, house yourself. Most people had help, though. Most people had like parents and stuff like that. So, but I didn't. So I had to find a way to put all that money together because I did it all by myself the entire time. It was always my money. So I paid for my condo, my apartment. I paid for my food. I paid for my clothing. I paid for my own books. And of course, the student loan helped tremendously with all of the college side costs, but not on the living side costs. So there's a cost of living that just exists. Here we are. And while I was in college, I continued to do that eBay hustle. I continued to do stuff. I actually made hats. I actually made hats on a sewing machine and tried selling those for a little while. Even with the Coca-Cola overtime, you would have had enough money. Well, I had to quit Coca-Cola to go full time into college. So I was making good money. I mean, I had like $20,000 by the time I quit. I had $20,000 of cash in the student loan. That's what was going on. And I had to stretch that $20,000 out for like 4 years. And I did that by eating like cabbage and potatoes, basically. It was really not fun. I didn't do anything for 4 years. But not only that, I continued to sell items on eBay long after I quit Coca-Cola. Because you actually could do eBay on the side. And by the way, I actually made some money on YouTube as well. I had a couple videos go viral, not very many. But that was part of my inspiration to try YouTube as a career because I had a little bit of success where I collected like $300 from Google. I got like a Google check. I was like, oh my God, I got money from Google. How crazy. So that happened while I was in school. It was Destiny. Remember that game? Destiny. So I had a couple Destiny videos do good and they earned me a couple $100. And I was shocked by that. I was like, you mean I can play video games and earn a couple $100? So, you know, I was doing eBay. I was playing video games and working on my YouTube channel. We broke 1,000 just around the time I graduated. There you go. But the majority of the money was coming in from eBay. eBay was like a legitimate source of income. And when I met Karis, she actually worked with me a little bit on it. and really I liquidated what I had left. At some point I was like, all right, we're done with eBay. So I started liquidating. And to this day, I've still got some stuff. It's in the basement. I've still got leftover t-shirts. I got leftover hats. I got leftover Lego parts, all from like a different time period in my life. That's commendable, putting yourself through college. It was tough, man. It was tough. It was, this is the easy part of my life. We're at the easy part. When I met Karis, I told Karis, this is the easiest point in my life so far, because I was going to class. I didn't have a full-time job, working me 60 hours, and I was hanging out with her and just having fun, really. College is fun, you know. If you think of college as a waste of money, and I do think of it as a bit of a waste of money, it is a nice place to meet people, though. I have to admit that. So you can meet your girlfriend or your wife there. And so if I had kids, I'd want them to rub shoulders with other smart people at college. And, you know, it's just a really beautiful time. You know, everyone's so young and vibrant and full of life and energy and excitement and hope. And they're like, yeah, we're going to be the winners. We're going to go out. We're going to earn all this money. We're going to get great jobs, guys. We're going to graduate. So the atmosphere is pretty good. But at what cost? You know, at the cost of like $48,000 of debt. That's what it was back then. I don't know what it is now. Probably like 80. Cost of a home payment and 4 years of your life. But I did meet Karis there. Again, I did meet her there. That was a good investment. Karis was a good investment. There you go. Do you ever wonder what would happen if you never started YouTube? Well, I mean, ironically, I could, in theory, be making more money being a software engineer. It depends on how hard I would have worked at it. And my bet is I would have worked insanely hard at it. So I could be earning more money than I'm earning right now just being a software engineer, because those are good paying jobs, especially if you're good at it. And I wasn't bad at it. I wasn't the best at it. There were other students who were better. Karis was like one of the best students when it came to software engineering. She just like got it. She was just like really good at it. She would like remember strings of numbers. And I was like, how do you do that? That's got to be like autism, right? But so she was one of those kids who was actually really, really smart at the coding. And it just came to her naturally. There's no way to beat her at it. She was just really good at it all on her own. And yeah, she would remember like a string of numbers, and it was like a password code to get you into a, you know, like a internet database that you needed to remember. You had to access like a school database that the professor set up in order for you to do a project. And I'd be like, where did I write that number down? She's like, oh, you don't need to write. Don't worry, I got it. 148912, you know, SB12, uppercase, lowercase, dash 812. And I'm like, what the fuck? How did you memorize that? How did you memorize that? That's crazy. She's like, I don't know. I saw it on the school board. I was like, no, dude, that's not normal. That is not normal. Nobody does that. So I remember that moment. We were working on precisely an online database for the school, and you had to be able to log in to the school's database that the professor gave you access to. It was an educational database, what it was. But, you know, so she's got like this, it's like 24, it's like a 24, I wish I was exaggerating. I'm not, guys. It's like this 24 digit code to get into it, and she just had it memorized. And I was like, no, you can't be normal. Normal people don't remember those things. She's like, I don't know, it's easy. But so, you know, and so she goes on to do software engineering. She's good at it. I think that I was more on the creative side of it. I think I was better at problem solving in creative ways. So I would, when I would work on a code, I could kind of zoom out and be like, all right, what's the big picture goal though? You know, when we were trying to solve something with the programming, I'd be like, okay, you can be very good at knowing all the tools and seeing how they shape up, but what are we actually, you know, designing the code in the best way at the very start of the design, you know? So I was really good at that side of it. And then the part where I would be bad is I didn't like to memorize all the libraries. I didn't like to memorize all the, you know, syntax and all that. So, or the, you know, how to use the coding, what do they call it? Not atmosphere, I don't remember. The software you would use to write the code. They got a term for that. So I didn't like to have to memorize all that stuff. It's like memorizing the rules of a game. That part's a little more boring for me. Here we go. All right. You know, every language had a particular syntax. Every coding environment had a particular, you know, set of, here's how you use this software. Here's the compiler button and all that. I didn't like to learn all that stuff, but she would figure that stuff out really fast. She'd be like, oh, of course, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. There we go. It came very naturally for her. So, you know, she's software engineering now, and she's like a true software engineer. Because you met a lot of people who were just there for the money. I might have been one of them, in fact. But you met a lot of people there that were just there for the money. It was really obvious. It's blatantly obvious. And maybe that's why having a software engineer today doesn't guarantee you a job or anything. You just have a nice degree. But they'll sniff you out a little bit, I think, when it comes to hiring somebody. Like, can you actually code? Because I swear to God, there were people who could somehow just get through all these courses, and they just didn't have they just were not coders. Like, there was a German guy. He came from Germany, and he was not interested in code. And I was like, bro, how are you even in this program? But, you know, he would get into, like, these group projects and do almost none of the work. And then he'd graduate because none of us wanted to fail. So he would glide off of the fact that everyone else definitely didn't want to fail. So we'd all get the project done, and he'd just be, like, talking about his trip to Chile or something like that. And it was super annoying. So you had students like that. I was like, there's no way this guy gets a job later. There's no way this guy gets a job. You met a lot of people like that. And then you hear them on the internet. People come out and they say, oh, well, I got a degree and no one will hire me. And all I can think is like, well, that's because you're probably that guy, the group project, who just let everyone else do their part of the do your part of the project for you. You're the non-contributor. And now you can't figure out, oh, why won't these companies pay me $100,000 a year to be that person? It's like, well, because the companies, they're a lot better than the professor at sniffing you out. Do you ever wonder what would happen if you never started YouTube? The commendable putting yourself through college, even with Coca-Cola, every time you'd have to have enough money. S&P incoming Dreamweaver. All right, wow, that was actually still a busy night in the end. It just got busy a little later when Miss Jen and Mr. Joseph and Mr. LaFlame showed up. Let's go ahead and roll this. Yeah, you ran into all kinds of colorful characters at college. Here's Hermes. You ran into all kinds of people at college. It was quite an experience. Of course, I'd already been to college, but I went to the community college. It was so small. Community college was tiny. I went to a proper 4-year university with lots of people in it to get the computer science degree. It was really fun. It had these ancient buildings in it, like these really old buildings from like 1930s or something like that. They're like vintage buildings. They're like 100 years old. They had like pictures of people who graduated from 100 years ago. Super cool. All right, so we got the new giveaway card started. Very nice. Sorry, mister, I was sleeping. No! Well, if you just woke up and you missed it, oh, you're saying you're sleeping and you just now woke up to come hang out. That's funny, dude. But we had a slow point in the stream. But okay, guys, I think that's going to be it. It's 4:15 in the morning. I'm going to hop off and start working on other things. I got a lot to work on, actually. There's something I'm behind on I got to work on. So I'm going to be hopping off, guys, and hanging out with you tomorrow for the Monday daytime stream. I hope you guys will be there. I'll be there running my mouth as usual and probably complaining about some things. I'm going to hop off and get back to work. You guys have a nice night. See you around, everybody.